The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 274, being recorded on September the 14th, 2019. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, and I'm at Jesus Walks Out today. I'm joined by my friend from the West Coast, the best coast, Gunny Chief. Welcome back, Gunny. Welcome.
Thank you, buddy. It's good to be here. Good afternoon, good evening.
Yeah.
How the heck are you?
Fuck yeah. Anyways, also from Ohio, the Mayo is back. Welcome back, Mayo.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going. It's going.
Going, huh?
It's just going, huh?
Yeah, anyways, Twitter _Horrible Gamers, where you can follow us on Twitter. You can leave a review on iTunes. You can leave a review on our Facebook page. On Facebook, Horrible Gamers Podcast is the page. Also, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community is where you can join the Facebook group. And you can go to patreon.com/Horrible Gamers to support the show with the monies. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You can give us some money, and we'll give you back some money sometimes, maybe. It's not a promise. It's just a little benefit our Patreons get this month. Anyways, let's go over the list of the Patreon membership. Gunny, how about that?
Let's do it.
Yes. Adam Sunday is a new Patreon. Or he's been a Patreon, actually, for a long time now. It's not a new Patreon, but he's been a Patreon. Alan Maybe, he's a Patreon as well. Bo Sassone, Bill Garner, too. Brandon Willier, I think that's the Mayo's son. Mayo's little son.
Yeah,
Little
Mayo over there.
Brian Capessa, thank you for becoming a Patreon this month. David Snyder, Mr. Snydero, still a Patreon. Dirty Bites, Evan Tanaka Henley. Jake Vossen, thank you for becoming a Patreon last month. And Jesse Kraft, thank you as well for becoming a Patreon a few months ago. John Jerome, Jonathan Hall, Nipron, M. Polo, McMod, and Pork Chop Poo, Robbie Wheat, and the Mayo, and Subbader, and Vaderholic. Thank you guys all for being Patreons.
Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Anyways, I think we need to do a giveaway, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yes, we are.
Giveaway time.
Randomizer. I need to go to my randomizer website. List randomizer at random.org. So how about we enter a list? Names here. I gotta put Adam's name in here. And who else's name? Adam. Helen. Fuck. I should have done this before this show, guys. What
were you doing? Were you sleeping or playing Borderlands?
Fill up the dead air. Fill up the dead air.
I think he was out there playing Borderlands. What do you think, Gunny?
I think he was playing on somebody else's, on his brother's account. That's why we couldn't see him online. He's a closet Borderlands player.
It's gotta be. He's over there smiling like we got him figured out already. Like, I'm gonna crap on this game, and then he's gonna secretly play it.
Then he's gonna come out maybe in a couple weeks. Borderlands awesome.
Yeah,
it's the greatest game ever.
Evan said last week, he'll crap on the game next week, or see how great the game is one week and crap on it the next. It's gonna be the opposite. He's gonna crap on the game this week and see how great it is next week.
See, I'm gonna be at level 10, and he'll have a level 40 character already completed all the challenges.
Gunny's gonna be asking us to carry him. He's gonna be getting mech mod. He's gonna have to be hitting everybody up and asking for the carry.
Keep going, boys. Keep going. I still haven't done the list yet. I'm not a very fast
He's
typer.
working over here. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, we'll talk more about the Borderlands.
But yeah, people, I want you all to know that this giveaway is in part by Mayo and for you guys. So there you go.
Yeah.
Fuck, I should have really done this list before the show. Fuck.
Well, how else can we have a 5-hour show without
We need
Evan
content.
listed right in the middle of it?
List? God damn, dude. Fucking A.
We don't want to disappoint the listeners. I mean, we got to at least make a minimum of 5 hours anymore.
You know what we should do? We should do the GF&G podcast and just add 3 minutes of music.
There you go.
What do you say, John? Huh? 30 minutes of music, 30 minutes of actual podcasts. What's up, Alan? Yeah.
We're
Throw a
doing
little,
the list here.
little shade down on them.
We had if we had some sound effect machine going on here, we could do like the Jeopardy music right now as Jesus is sitting there trying to type away, getting all sweaty and nervous, putting pressure on him.
Bing. Ready. Not ready.
All right, here we go.
Oh, drum roll.
All right. Here it is, guys.
All right,
Pay attention.
so
Wake
I'm
up.
pretty sure I put everyone's names in here. There's 20 of you that are qualified for the giveaway. And I put all your names on the list. So I'm gonna... What do I do? What do I do, guys? Do I just hit randomize? Or what the fuck do I do?
Yes.
So the first person on the list is going to win?
Yeah.
How many times should I hit this randomizer here?
3 times.
All ready?
Ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who won? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Holy shit. Who the fuck won? Brian Capessa won. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Brian. Woo. Congratulations, Brian.
You the man.
You
Yeah.
just won yourself $50. Yeah, that's right.
And the Cyberpunk
BP in the
sticker.
house.
Yeah.
Winter chicken dinner.
The badass Cyberpunk decal made by our friend Crafty. That's right.
Cadillac. So,
Cadillacs.
gosh.
Not Crafty. Sorry, Crafty. I'm giving you credit for shit you haven't done. Cadillacs, thank you.
Thanks, Caddy. Enjoy your camping trip.
Yeah, he's out there camping right now in the wilderness like a fucking maniac. Who does that? Anyways, thank you for being Patreons, people, and thank you for bearing with us making that list on the show live. But just to show you I didn't cheat, I used a website called randomizer.org. So blame them if you're mad that you didn't win. Our outro song is done by Fowler and Twistic, so it's called The Breakout. Our outro song is done by Brooke for Free. It's called Night Owl. And let's get the show started here and talk about video games that we've been playing this week. Guys,
And also, too, just to jump in real quick, Jesus, is he'll have to message me so I can get back with him. He can find me on Facebook as just Willier Steven, or Willier and Chrissy Willier, or Steven with Chrissy Willier, gosh, can't talk. And also on Discord, as the Mayo. So hopefully you can find me one of those 2 ways.
Brian Capessa. I think I can message him on here on the... Oh, yeah, I can message him on Patreon. You won our giveaway. Get with the Mayo. He will pay you.
Bam.
Alrighty then. We'll make sure we had that clear.
All right, send them a message on Patreon. anyways, people, let's talk about video games we've been playing this week. Holy shit, it's hot in this room. I am sweating. Forgive me, people, if I feel like I sound a little fidgety. It's because, fuck, it's hot in here, man.
It's hot here.
This PC
What's going
is
on?
like
When
a
is summer going to
heater.
be over?
This PC is a fucking heater. I need to, this winter, I won't even need to turn on the heat in my house. This fucking PC is going to warm everything up.
Wait till you keep that OLED TV on for, with the brightness on.
Oh, dude, that TV gets
That thing
fucking
is like-
hot.
You can cook a TV dinner with that thing.
Yeah, that thing gets fucking hot too, man. Yeah, no kidding. I was watching, what was that show on Netflix? There's one about cars. I think it's called Hyperdrive. Have you seen that on Netflix? Hyperdrive?
I've seen the trailer for it.
Yeah, anyways, they kept advertising it to me, and I was like, fuck it. One day I just put it on. I think it was last night. And, dude, that show is pretty cool, actually. It's pretty legit. They, get these people from around the world. They're all, race car drivers, but they have them bring their own cars to this competition. And they pretty much have them do dumb shit, you have to, go in reverse really fast and do, a 180-degree turn and make sure you don't hit a pylon. If you hit a pylon, it counts, as negative seconds on your time or whatever. You have to do this lap. But throughout the lap, there's a bunch of different challenges that you're doing. So, one of them, you're driving on water. But there's, a big pool of water. But they have, a 9-foot road inside the pool. And it lights up as you're driving on it. But you have to, you're trying to beat everybody's time. So you're trying to haul ass through, this pool. But you don't see the track. It's kind of pretty cool looking. And they got, this teeter-totter bridge. You have to, go all the way to the top and stop and wait for it to fall, then keep going. It's a pretty cool fucking show, dude.
Okay, I'll check that out.
If you like cars and you like racing and you like seeing people fucking crush their dreams and hopes, watch this show. It's really good. It's really well done. Actually, I thought that, it's actually way better than I thought it was going to be. Anyways, I want to talk about what I've been playing this week, and I haven't been playing much, to be honest with you. So I actually got a hold of a PlayStation 4 beta code for Call of Duty.
Oh. Did they change anything? Or what's changed?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, from playing the previous beta in Call of Duty, I thought it was kind of like nothing's new here. We've seen this all before, like the shooting. Everything felt kind of Call of Duty-ish, the 2v2 mode.
Right.
But playing Team Deathmatch and playing this new 20 versus 20 Team Deathmatch, there's also a domination, 20 versus 20 domination. And there's a 32 versus 32 mode, I think. But that's not in this beta. I think that's going to be in the beta next week or the week after. Anyways, this beta, that Team Deathmatch going on, I think the max cap is level 10, which I hit right away. But it's so much fun, dude. So, now, the maps seem way bigger now. Some of the maps are way bigger than they've ever been in Call of Duty. And there's a lot of, situations where you're running, and you can actually run into, a door, and the door will just pop open, and you're inside this fucking room now. And then you can just, use these rooms to your advantages, you know what I mean? Because some people don't know the maps right off the bat, and they don't know that you can open doors and close them. So you can, run away from an enemy, open a door and close it behind you, and they'll just, run past the door,
Yeah.
They don't know where the fuck you hit or whatever, you know what I mean? Because they don't know that you can open the door. So they just, run past the door, and then you open the door and come out behind them. I've done that a few times to people. But there's also, there's a lot of verticality now in these maps where a lot of up and down, a lot of staircases, a lot of that stuff going on in these maps, a lot of mantling things. You can, just get on rooftops now, kind of, on a lot of the buildings. And, they have the map set up where there's crates or barrels that you can climb on top of, and as you're climbing them, you can get up higher on top of things. So a lot of verticality in the maps that you've never seen before in Call of Duty. A lot of door tech, all that door tech. You can just open and close all the doors you want. There's still rooms and shit that you can't go into. There's still buildings that are it's just a building. You can't go into it. You know what I mean? But
so you think they took some of Call of Duty's Battle Royale tech, the door tech, they had in their Battle Royale game, and just added that to it?
Definitely, yes. They definitely took it from that. The guns feel great. I'm playing with both the soldier classes and the other classes. The guns feel good. Everything feels good in that game, man. I honestly have no complaints about it. It feels like really good. It's probably the best feeling Call of Duty I've played in a long time. And I'm excited for it, honestly. I'm excited for the launch of it. I can't wait for it to come out.
Where do you think you're going to buy this? You can buy this on the PlayStation or on the PC and do crossplay?
Probably PlayStation. Just for the fact that PlayStation is getting content first. They have a deal with Activision where they get all the DLC first. All the DLC is free this year. But I think it all comes first to PlayStation. I mean, it's just a week or something like that, or maybe 2 weeks or something. But it's still early access to the content, and you don't get to miss out on the crossplay. So, playing this week with it, I logged into as soon as you launch the beta, it tells you, oh, we're logging into your Activision account. And it logs you in, and it tells you, hey, welcome back. Thank you for playing another Call of Duty this year, blah, blah, blah. And then it's what I didn't notice right off the bat was I was playing these matches, and at the end of each match, I would see my name, Jesus Walks a lot. And it was spelled I spelled it on Xbox or whatever, normal spelling. It wasn't the GSUS Walks a lot that I have on PlayStation. I was like, what the fuck? Why is my name spelled weird?
They've had that for what now, 10 years?
Normal? Why is it spelled normal here? You know what I mean? And the thing is, what happens is that now your name from the PC displays in your PlayStation while you're playing the game.
Oh, the Blizzard account?
Your Activision name is what displays on there. It's not not even your Activision. It's not even your Blizzard name. It's actually your Call of Duty name. So whatever
because it's been around for a long time.
whatever you use to log into callofduty.com, that's the name that they display on there. Because there was a few gamer tags that I was killing, and like their name was like 100 letters long. It was like ABC 15678 2001 blah blah blah, like a bunch of numbers and shit. And I was like, that's a weird fucking gamer tag. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a gamer tag. That's the person's Activision login information. They don't know how to fucking change it or something. So
Right.
they have a stupid name.
Because I remember when they first came out. I'm just saying 10 years, but it could be probably even longer. Who knows when that Call of Duty.com came out. And I remember like just trying to log into that and create an account at the time, playing like Black Ops, the first Black Ops game.
Yeah, so that's exactly what they made it for all that stuff. And so now it displays your Call of Duty name, and it actually tells you on there like, do you want to play with your, like, you have a choice in the menu. It tells you, do you want to play with your Activision friends or with your PlayStation friends? So you pull up which ones you want to play with, and again it tells you right there right off the bat when you launch the beta. It tells you like, hey, thank you for playing Call of Duty. Make sure you tell your friends to add you on the Activision.com, not Activision.com, but CallOfDuty.com. Make sure they add you on there as a friend. That way you guys can play cross-play with PC and Xbox or whatever.
That's cool.
So I'm hyped for all that, man. I can't wait to see what it looks like on the PC, if it runs better or whatever. Yeah, the game is good. The kill streaks are fun. It's all the kill streaks you've seen before. The gunship, the helicopters, the juggernaut, the UAV, personal UAVs.
UAV, yeah.
Anti-UAVs, all that shit. Predator missiles. It's all there. The one thing that I got to say about this multiplayer that's different from any Call of Duty ever is, if you ever played Medal of Honor, Warfighter, Medal of Honor, the reboot, came out in 2010 and 2014 or whatever, those Medal of Honor games, it seems like Call of Duty has copied their style of shooting and their style of movement. Because those games always felt better to me than Call of Duty. They've always felt more, I don't know, like just the characters felt more grounded. It felt more real, I guess.
Yeah.
And the guns felt better at shooting. Like, it just felt like everything had a weight to it. You know, like the characters had a weight to them. The guns had a weight to them. And that's what it kind of feels like now. The way the characters move and the way they run, the way they pull up their guns. It's all based on what you're carrying and what you're using. If your character has a big-ass LMG, like, you're going to run a lot slower than a person who has, like, a pistol in his hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like the Medal of Honor series. If anybody doesn't know, it's just they never went past World War II and always kept to the World War II weapons. Matter of fact, I bought... Well, Warfighter, actually, I bought that for the 360.
Yeah.
And I never played it. I still have it. It's still out in the living room.
That's the modern game, Gunny. That's the one that's modern. That's all, like, Tier 1 operators or whatever in Afghanistan or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it had bad reviews, so I just never...
That was a great
picked
game.
It up at the time.
It was a great fucking game. I actually really love that multiplayer. I love the multiplayer in that game. And I actually like the multiplayer in their second game. Too bad, though, everyone was talking shit about them because Call of Duty was the hype at the time. And
yeah,
everyone
they
was
were
on
really
Call of
taking
Duty's-
off.
Yeah, everyone was on Call of Duty's dick. Oh, I love Call of Duty. Call of Duty is the best. And no one was playing fucking Medal of Honor because it was an EA game. But it was a great game, and I'm sad to see that the series has died with the last game. But it seems here like Activision, for innovation, they've kind of copied some of that tech. You can see the influence of it there. And I know some people are going to be like, you're full of shit, Jesus, you're full of shit. No, dude, no. Like, they've copied some of that Medal of Honor shit.
Who was it? Who's Vince Impello's partner? I don't think he works at Activision anymore. I mean, or at, maybe he's over at EA. But anyway, so they had kind of started that Medal of Honor series back in the day, and then they all moved over to Call of Duty.
But yeah. So I really enjoyed the Call of Duty beta. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for to see what it brings to the table. I'm excited to see what the campaign brings. Pretty much I'm excited for it right now.
How has it played so far, and how is it graphically, performance-wise? I did see, like, in a Facebook group that I think it was Iams just kind of saying it was like one of the uglier games he's seen in a while.
Yeah, it's not very pretty looking, but I know why. They're not uploading the full textures to these fucking games, man. Like,
No way. Yeah.
It's a fucking beta. Like they don't have the full texture pack there. Like, you can tell they don't have it there. The game looks good. I mean, it's a fucking beta though. Like that's the way I look at it. There's been betas that I played from Battlefield games.
Right.
That,
Battlefield doesn't do it either.
Look
for
like
obvious
shit.
reasons.
You're like, holy shit, this is a fucking release. Like, this is ugly. But then, like, at the end of the day, you think about it, and you're like, oh, well, they're not uploading the high-res text to these fucking things, you know, like it doesn't look like how it's going to look at launch. So, I'm not worried about it. It's going to look good. It's going to run good.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm just excited for it, man. I really am. I'm excited to see what Activision brings to the table this year with Call of Duty. And I like the maps. The maps are just, like I said, they feel like Medal of Honor. They're way bigger than you've ever seen before. And a lot of, like, different routes to take, dude. Like, there's this map that's like a little village in Afghanistan or something. There's like a little village. But then it has like a cave system attached to it. So you can run through the caves or like run through these fucking rat tunnels. Like you fucking jump into this tunnel and just run in this tunnel and get behind people, get around people. And I fucked people up on that map, dude. I won like 30-9 playing.
Nice.
We were playing domination, and we were just destroying the other team. Like we were dominating the shit out of them.
So you said you went 30-9, so it's kind of like playing Jonathan Hall. Is that what
More
it's
Yeah,
more
like?
like
kind of. Yeah,
that would have been like 30-1.
yeah, kind of. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of. I played a lot of that, and I kind of want to go back to see if they've added any more modes today or tomorrow, because they've opened it up to everyone today. So it was early access for PlayStation members.
Okay.
On 2 days ago, if you pre-ordered, and then it became like an open beta. It becomes an open beta for PlayStation users tomorrow, and then next week it's going to be a PS4 PC beta. Now I don't know if you need to pre-order to get a code on the PC. I think you do.
I think you do. I was kind of looking at it.
How do
the
you
other
pre-order
day.
though? Like, did you just have to get it through their launcher?
It's on the BattleNet launcher, because Activision works with BattleNet. So if you go to BattleNet's launcher, where you would
See,
find
I just
like
don't want to commit my money
Hearthstone
to them.
and stuff like that.
Do they,
Right.
Do they charge me right off the bat when I pre-order? They probably do, right?
I believe so. I didn't click on it, but it said it gave me the pre-order option, and I didn't go any further from there.
You got to do like a Walmart thing or something.
I can't commit to that. Because I don't want to commit to the PC when, like, if I'm playing it on PlayStation. You know, because the PlayStation, it feels good, man. The controller feels well. The only thing that I could see being like a benefit for me playing on the PC is that I can use my Xbox controller to play with Xbox people. You know?
Right.
That's the only difference. But it all feels good. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with all that. So I know next week is the PC, PS4 crossplay beta. And then I think the week after that, it's the Xbox, PC, PS4 open platform. Everything's fucking go. Everything's done. Everything's going. Everyone plays together beta. So they're running betas like every week this month, I think. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you guys think of it. I'm excited to see what everyone else thinks of it. Yeah.
I'll download it. I'll download it tonight and play it tomorrow.
It's fun,
I think it
dude.
felt pretty good on the PlayStation controller. I was really surprised with that last
It's
beta.
really a lot of fun. So good. I love the gadgets, the stupid little flashbangs, and just the cool little gadgets they've added to the game. It's fucking cool, man. And now, like, your gun has a level to it, which is pretty... Well, they've always had levels to them for a few years now, but now the level means that you can attach certain attachments to it, and it feels like Medal of Honor, where, like, you see the gun... And you can take it apart, all of it apart, and like you could be like, I want a red dot sight, or I want like this type of grip on it. I want this type of muscle attachment on it. I want this type of barrel attachment. I want this type of stock. I want this type of magazine. I want this type of trigger. Like you can change everything on the gun. And the thing is, the more you can unlock on the gun, the more you can change on it. It depends on how high of a level your gun is. Because I was picking up these M4s that these people had. And these fucking M4s had like badass fucking ACOG sights and fucking suppressors and shit. They were badass, top of the line shit. And my gun didn't have a suppressor and I couldn't attach one on it. And I was wondering, why can I not attach a suppressor? Like, I don't even see the suppressor available to attach. Or like even to unlock. And the reason was because people told me, they were like, you need to like level up your gun, use it enough to level it up, so you can actually fucking unlock the suppressor, and eventually you see it, and eventually you're able to use it. So that's interesting. So they've added that to the game as well.
Right on.
Anyways, moving on now to more shit. I played some other games this week, so I played a little bit more of... What the fuck else did I play? Fuck, speaking of the devil. What the fuck did I play this week, guys?
Some Gears Pop, little extra Gears 5.
Yeah, Gears Pop. Guess what they did?
Hey, does it work now on your phone?
They fixed it.
Yay! Hell yeah.
Finally, it took them only a month.
At least, a few
Did
weeks.
they give you a bonus crate or anything like that to open?
Just one. Yeah, they gave me like a golden crate. Like, here you go. We sorry for the people that couldn't log in.
I think I got the same thing, and I didn't have any login issues,
Yeah.
so thank you, Jesus.
Yeah,
Fuck you,
thank you,
man.
because I got my gold crate today and unlocked like 5.
Your
And you know what? I was
brought me
surprised. You know, I was surprised. I was gone for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and I sure as hell thought, like, I want to be in the middle of the pack now in the clan. And I'm still number 3 in the clan. What the fuck are you guys
You're
been
OP,
doing?
man. You're a god at
No one's
Gears
been
Pop.
playing the game, or what the fuck? I'm still number 3 in the clan.
No, I don't know. Something's
only
weird
played a
because
little bit.
Vetterholic said that, I don't know, he's dropped from like, I don't know, significantly or something, but
I do notice a lot. I'm in the Bronze League now. I joined the Bronze League today, I guess, or last night. And even before I joined the Bronze League, a lot of the matches that I was playing in were draws. A lot of them was like draw. Like
were those bots or actual
people
players?
people like
Yeah.
people on Xbox
I got a
Live,
few
was
of them.
playing
I got a
and
few.
I got a lot
Those are
of
frustrating
draws.
as hell.
There was a lot of them that were draws. A lot of them were like I lost literally by a second, like 1 second, like 1 second lost me the match. So I don't know. I guess the game is still fun. I like it. I've been playing that. But the real important Gears this week is Gears 5.
Oh yeah.
Woo! Gears 5. I know. Did we talk about it last week?
A little bit. We talked about the performance issues we were having last week for you, Jesus. Remember
Oh, I couldn't.
how you
play it
wasn't
last
able to
week.
play it at all, really? And then we had that little.
Now we've
fix
all played it together.
that got us through until the drivers came out.
So the driver update came out Tuesday. It works fucking flawless after that. Just fucking masterpiece. Works good.
Yeah. And it still took them a little bit of time to get that on Steam. Even after on the actual day of release, it still waited a couple days till the patch came out, which was smart
Yeah.
for Steam or Microsoft to release that on Steam.
Anyways, so I played some Gears 5, guys.
So
Yeah.
how are you
What do you
liking it so
think?
far?
I've beat it.
Nice.
What?
And
Wow.
I think Gears 5 is the best looking game that Xbox has released this console generation.
What about Sea of Thieves, man? I thought that game was really good.
Nope. Gears 5, I'm going to say right now, best looking game that the Xbox console has had this generation. Besides Red Dead.
What about Forza Horizon 4?
No. Even better than Forza Horizon.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it is a good-looking game. I agree. It is.
I would
know, I
say
put it in
Red
Colors are
Dead.
popping.
I would say Red Dead beats it in terms of its scope. Red Dead is a real true open world game where you can it's literally true open world. You just do whatever you want, go anywhere, and then it always looks beautiful. But also Red Dead only runs at 30 frames a second, and I give it that. It's an open world, so it takes a lot of resources to make that happen. Some people say that Red Dead Redemption 2 has the best HDR tech that they've seen this generation. I have to disagree with that. I think that it's Gears 5, man. There's some of those levels, some of those missions, some of those explosions and things that happen in that game in the campaign, especially at the end, where like it's just insane. What you're seeing is insane, and you're like, holy shit! It looks so fucking beautiful, man. Like this game, it's the game, Gunny, that made me not want to game on my monitor. It was like, fuck the monitor. Play on your TV, dude. Because every time I switch it over to the monitor makes it look like a fucking PlayStation 2 game or something. It makes it look bad.
Yeah, the colors are
Really?
not as it's not processing like
it just
like an
doesn't-
OLED, right?
It looks bad. Like, it doesn't look good. And I switched it over to my TV, dude. And that thing is in 4K Ultra at 60 frames a second locked. It's just
Right.
like magic. It, like HDR on and everything, dude. It's like,
Yeah.
holy
See,
shit.
I can imagine because, I did put in the Discord the other day because at first I said I didn't think it was a real great looking game. I didn't see it, like last week I was talking about it a little bit. And then I got into maybe like the end of chapter 1, the last act in chapter 1, and I'm like, wow, this actually does look really impressive. I think it's like going through the hotel maybe, and then as I continued to play, I did get through pretty much all of chapter 2. I just was finishing it up when I shut it down. And that game looked amazing when it was the snow level and you're kind of like underground, and then there's these bots and it's all dark in there. And even just without HDR on my monitor, and I'm like, this thing looks amazing at 1440p. I'm like, and I could just tell where they really are trying to show off the HDR. If I would have had HDR, it would have probably really popped even more. Yeah. But like just playing in ultra settings at 1440, to me it looks probably like the best looking game I've seen. I've been on the PC. So
wow, yeah.
I mean,
it's incredible, man. Like,
yeah, the detail, right? That's
just the level of detail, the lighting, dude. Like, some of those levels were legit so dark that I couldn't fucking see without Jack. I'm like, where the fuck is Jack? I can't see.
Yeah. Like, they got the blacks.
Yeah,
they got all the colors correct in this game.
Dark. Like, you walk in a pitch black room in a hallway or something, it's dark in there. You can't see, dude.
It almost feels real when it's like at that point, right? Especially when Jax turns around with the light and you're like, whoa, it's,
That's my favorite effect I've seen so far.
Cool.
Not just the detail, like I said, the hotel, and that's all really cool and looks really nice. But where I keep saying wow is like when I'm in a dark hallway or a corridor and Jack is kind of shining that light, and that light's moving around, you got the shadows of your characters are off the wall, the reflection of the gunfire off the walls, the lighting of the enemies and stuff like that when they explode. All that lighting and just the way they've done all that is just amazing looking. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. The coolest part of that reminds me of the beginning of the game when you fall into that little sewer thing, and you hear the whoop, 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 the little juvies, they like start whooping or whatever, and then you see Jack kind of like flash his light over there, and like you just see their fucking glow of their eyes looking at you like, what's up, motherfucker? It's like, oh shit. That was so fucking cool. And you just like, all you see is just mayhem, like the gunfire, just flashes of gunfire going off, and like just trying to kill them all. Oh,
and you see more of them, because of the light. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
And even as somebody that hasn't really played the other Gears, like I played one, back when it came out on the Xbox 360 way back in the day, and then since then I haven't played like any Gears. I kind of dabbled with 4 a little bit, just kind of wanted to see like I could maybe play cross-play with you guys, and just dabbled around with the multiplayer a little bit. But so this is pretty much my first part of the campaign. And so early on, I'm like, I don't care about the story, whatever. And then things start happening, and I'm like, okay, I know that was significant. And like, I may not know what this character is or who that character is, but then something happens, and I'm like, okay, I know that's important. And then now it's starting to like wrap around me a little bit, like just this story. I don't know the backstory, but like this story itself here is actually starting to grab hold of me pretty well. So I actually didn't want to quit playing it the night I did play it. I did stream it for a couple hours, and then it got to be like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh boy!
And I'm going, I probably should be getting off right now, but let me finish this section right here before it, So kept playing a little longer.
Good. Yeah. So the story does a really good job of answering questions we've had from the first trilogy, the first 3 games. There was a whole level in the first game where you go to this lab, and there's a crazy AI in there, and your job was to go. You had to go into that lab in the second game with Dom. It was Dom and Marcus Phoenix go in there, and their job was to extract something. Your job was to like get something out of there because the COG sent you to go there. Like, we need this weapon from this lab, so you go to this lab, and the thing is, they never answer the question like, why the fuck did we go to that lab? Why did we get that weapon? What was in that? What was that weapon? What did we get? Like, the game just never tells you like what did you get there? Like, it never answers that question for you. It just goes on to the next mission, and it never answers that.
Nice.
Well, this game, it takes you back to that lab, and it kind of shows you what that lab was. Why was it so important in the COG universe? Why was it hidden? Why did you go there? Why was it never talked about again? And now, like, you realize in this game how secretive it was, how secretive the whole COG is, and like what was going on in that lab, and why were they keeping it hidden from everyone or whatever the fuck. There's a lot of cool things like this in this game where you actually get a lot of throwbacks and a lot of things from the past that are answered in this game. And there's like, holy shit, I've been here before. Like, I've seen this area before. And you're like, we've been here before. Like, like, holy shit, I've been to this fucking lab or whatever.
So
you know,
especially
like,
is it that
playing.
like I forgot about this area moment? Like you're like, oh yeah, I completely forgot about this lab. I remember playing this mission.
yeah,
One of
like
those
I've
kind of
been here
things.
before. Yeah, like I remember this crazy AI guy or whatever the fuck. Like
I remember some of the areas they even like just the art style or it just maybe it's the corridors that it reminds me of Gears of War 2 in some ways.
yeah, and it's kind of
It's
creepy,
just familiar.
man. There's a lot of, like they do a really good job in that ice area where they have it like really creepy settings. You know what I mean? Like
The
that
chapter-
lab, yeah, it's kind of
3.
creepy in that lab. You know, you're like walking
Act
in,
3.
it's quiet, and so fucking good though, so fucking good, man. Like
I was really I think
fun.
I think what surprised me the most is JD Marcus's son, is that his name, JD?
Yeah, I
Not
believe
sure
it
if
is
that's
from
yeah,
what I gather.
JD, right? So
yeah.
he had some really strong moments like in Act 1 that really I think that surprised me the most.
Oh yeah, when
No spoilers
when he
here,
calls
but I was
in,
like,
when
oh,
he calls
wow.
in that thing and that thing happens, and
Yeah.
you're like, holy shit, what just
Well,
happened? Like everything went to
even-
shit.
The thing they talked about just a minute before that, and I was like,
Yeah,
because
you're like,
going
what?
on?
You're like, this
Yeah.
motherfucker, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
You know, it
You
kind
know,
of gets
so-
you like pissed off at him, and then he does this
Yes.
thing. And the thing is, like, well, let's be real here. Most people probably played this by now. Spoilers if you haven't, skip ahead, whatever. But like, when he calls on that Hammer of Dawn, and they're like, well, we don't know if it's gonna hit it, or you're like, fuck it, just call it in. We need it right now. Like he just does it, you know, calls it in or whatever. Like, I was like, that's a fuck yeah, that's a Gears of War moment.
Yes,
That's a
yes,
fuck
it is.
yeah, like fuck yeah. Like, they do that shit in Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3, Gears of War 1, Gears of War 4. There's always moments where somebody's willing to sacrifice themselves or almost sacrifice themselves or does something batshit crazy to, like, beat something, you know, like defeat a big boss or something. And this is what JD is doing in this game. He's trying to get those Brumacs or whatever. He's trying to get them killed, right? So he calls them the Hammer of Dawn. But then everything goes to shit, dude.
It goes,
Like, I was
yeah,
like, what
it goes
the
off
fuck?
off the rails at that point.
I was
Yeah.
like, this is not good. Like, I thought that
Like edge of your seat
Yeah.
excitement.
it was like a nonstop ride, man. And I just had a lot of fun playing as Kate and Dale, getting to know Dale a lot more in this game.
Yeah.
And getting to know Kate, because you play as her the whole game pretty much. You play as Kate besides the
Oh,
first
will I?
act.
Okay.
Besides the first act, yeah, that's where I was like, why do people
Yeah.
keep talking about Kate? And she's only said like a few things in the first chapter, and then boom, chapter 2 starts, and there we go with Kate.
You're
and
Kate,
Dale.
yeah, and you're always playing as Kate, so that's cool. And there's a few times in the game where there's some choices you have to make, and I wonder how these choices will affect the next Gears of War, if at all. There's some choices
Yeah.
that you have to make in this game
Okay, I
that
haven't
are
gone
similar
past
to
2.
Mass Effect choices. They're very similar
Hmm.
to Mass Effect choices in terms of characters. Like save A or save X. You know what I mean? Like who you want to save. So a lot of choices in this game near the end where you're making choices like that. And I wonder how the next game is going to be affected, because if I pick this person to save that person, does that mean that person's in the next game or the other person's in the next game? Who's in the next
Yeah.
game? Are they both dead in the next game, or who's in the next game? And this is a trilogy, so the game ends in a cliffhanger, like a huge cliffhanger. Like it totally makes you want to play Gears of War 6. Like I wish it was out right now. But like it leaves on such a cliffhanger where it's like, whoa, like I wonder what's going to happen in the next game. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't really... It doesn't end. Like, the story is not over, dude. This is just going to keep going, you know what I mean? So I'm excited to see what comes next, and I just had a blast playing this game, dude. It was a lot of fun, man. There were some weird moments, some weird glitches. Shout out to Johnny Don't, and shout out to Penn for joining me yesterday, and they were actually running with me through the campaign in the desert area, the sand area. They're running with me through the desert, and that was cool, playing co-op with them and exploring around and finding things, and it was fun times, and I just had a blast with them, man. And the multiplayer is actually a lot of fun. I'm actually having fun with it. I die a lot, not gonna lie, I die a lot, but I'm not the worst at it. I'm never the bottom of my team. I'm usually like near the top or the middle. Like, I'm never at the bottom, so that's good. But yeah, Gears of War 5. Or Gears
Good
5.
deal, man. We also So with the Horde mode, we had a pretty good time last week, I thought.
Yeah, that was
Like,
my
that's
first shot at
always fun.
multiplayer, so I got to try to learn a little bit of run
So
of Horde
actually,
mode
this
with you
was
guys.
yeah, this is probably the first time like all three of us have actually played in the same game for a length of time.
Probably since PUBG. I think we've done a couple
Yeah,
PUBG runs together,
at
but
least.
yeah.
Yep. So
Um,
and then Eric was there, Pinpoint. So that was cool, man. We had like all of us were there just holding it down.
How many hours or would you say the game is, or how many chapters is it? Like, what should I expect?
So it's 4 acts. So it's Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4. And each act has like 3 or 4 chapters in it.
Yeah, it's 4. Yep, 4 each.
Okay.
So it's not long. It's not a long game. If you really just, if you don't do any, because there's a lot of areas in these, like the ice area, for example, and the sand area, and the other areas. There's a lot of side missions where you can end up derailing yourself and going off on these side missions and doing these other things. You don't have to do those. The things that those give you upgrades for Jack,
Yes.
and it makes Jack a little bit stronger, a little bit better. But besides that, you don't really need to do those. If you just want to see the story, just go for the main story. You're still able to beat the story. Just that your Jack won't be as upgraded as he would otherwise be, like, had you gone to all the side missions. So if you're just interested in the story, just go mainline, go to the checkpoints that they show you right off the bat, like the big fucking checkpoint. Go there. Don't get sidetracked or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess
Right,
another thing
right.
that too jumps to my mind when you talk about Jack. So say when somebody, like, say if I jump in your game as Jack, when you upgrade your Jack on your game, is it would I play as a Jack that has those upgrades, or will I have like all these upgrades
Whoa.
unlocked as the third character as I'm playing with you guys, or could I only access whatever you unlocked
Okay.
in your game, or because I haven't done any
So-
multiplayer yet?
Well, so yeah, let's say so for example, it was me, Pinpoint Red, and Ryan Gibbs, right? We were playing through Act 1 and 2. So we made it to Act 2, Chapter 3 or whatever. And so only Ryan was able to... We can get all the upgrades for him, but then he's the one that made the choices as to where to put the points. Right? I couldn't... If I tried it, it would tell me, like, hey, you can't do that, right? Even though it's like your game, you're hosting, but you can't put the points in to Jack.
But
Only
would that
Ryan
be
can.
would that be permanent to the character for Ryan, or would that be permanent to
Well-
the character that he's joining? I wonder.
No,
So I
it
don't-
affects your game.
Probably the Ryan's game then.
So I think it might be something's not right. So I think something's broken, guys, because when I went back and played by myself on Monday, when I went back into that checkpoint, I didn't have those upgrades. And matter of fact, it was like there was another glitch too where it wouldn't even like show the actual where I should press X to actually pick up the upgrade. It wanted me to. Like it was part of the campaign. So no, you're supposed to press this. But I reloaded it several times and it wouldn't let me. And it even showed like, hey, you don't have these upgrades. Like
There was a few times in the game where
maybe just that update would...
there was a
Further
glitch
update.
where something wouldn't happen. For example, there was one where
It wouldn't prompt you, right?
the enemies... No, like what happened was me and my brother were playing, and we killed almost everyone except there was 2 snipers still left alive. And my brother stuck his head out, and the sniper headshot him, and it blew his head off. Right, like killed him instant. Like I couldn't go revive him. So we reload into that checkpoint, and then we're like, I told him like, all right, dude, keep your fucking head down, don't get shot by the snipers. And we spawned in, there's no enemies. We're like, okay, this is weird. Like we reloaded the checkpoint, but there's nobody here. And I was like, okay, maybe. And it was like, I know that in that area we had to find an upgrade for Jack. Like we were looking for an upgrade for him, and I could see where I needed to open. Like there was like a little yellow door that I needed to open to get the upgrade for Jack, but the button wasn't there. Like the prompt wasn't there to open it.
Right. Yep.
So I had to legit like quit the game out completely on my PC and reload in, and then it worked. It was really fucking weird, but I had to do that.
That's
No,
that's a known issue for sure, even on Xbox.
and that was
X.
after we reset to a previous checkpoint 3 times. Me and my brother, like we had to reset completely, like 8 minutes before all the progress we'd done in the last 8 minutes. We
Yeah.
had to reset it because because we were doing all the side missions. We were going to like the train tunnel, the Condor crash, the other Condor crash. Like we were going to these different things to like, like fucking get these upgrades for Jack. And like every time we got to this one upgrade area, it would just glitch. And then another one, we got past that, right? We got past that little glitch, and then we got to the other one, and then we finished that area. It was a Condor crash. We finished the Condor crash. We're leaving, and our skiff was like stuck in the sand or like in the snow, like floating, like the back part of it was floating in the air. And I was like, I can't press X to get on it, Omar. And he's like, I can't either. And I'm like, so what do we do then? And it's like we couldn't, so like we reloaded the checkpoint on that Condor site. Nothing. It was just still like that. It was still in the same spot. We quit the game, go to the main menu, relaunch it, go back in. It was still there, dude. I had to legit reload it, like those 10, 15 minutes of progress that I've done before that had to be wiped. I had to reload a previous checkpoint before that to get past that. So there was a few moments in that snow area where I was like, fuck, this sucks, dude. Like, I have to do this 4 times.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, by the 4th time, I was just running through those areas pretty quickly. Like, I knew what enemies were going to pop out when and what was going to happen, how to shoot them. But it was still kind of annoying. Because they're not, like, little enemies I had to kill. Like, I had to kill big guys. Like, one of them was a warden. Another one was one of those, like the big-looking crab things. Like one of those, the carriers. I had to kill one of those. The other one was like those stupid flocks, the things that fly or whatever. I had to kill some of those. So yeah, it sucked. So there's a lot of glitches like that in the game where you have to reset progress, and it's just fucking stupid, dude. Or something will happen where like the game will just glitch out. Like for example, Johnny Dome was playing with us as Jack, and Johnny couldn't upgrade my Jack. He was like, dude, I can't upgrade him. I'm like, dude, you have like 20 points. What do you mean you can't? He's like, I can't. It doesn't let me. So he was like, how about you try it? And I was like, no, I can't, because it's telling me that I should let you do it.
Right.
He's like, I can't. He's like, I can't, and I can't, and he can, and I can. And he would leave the game. He would come back in. He left the game and came back in like 3 times. Nothing happened, and he just never could upgrade him. He just had to play with like basic hobo Jack or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
It was really weird. But yeah, it was kind of lame that he couldn't upgrade him, and we had a lot of issues like that in the game where something would glitch out stupidly.
Yeah, a lot of progress stuff. Like even with me, Penn, and Gibbs, like we came into a room where there was a lot of enemies. We killed them all. Actually, we all died, I think, the first time. We just got hit hard, and then we came back and we're like, no, we're going to kill them all this time. Boom, and then there's one enemy behind a door. Like, why the hell is he behind the door? Like, we can see his silhouette when you press LB. We're throwing grenades at the door like it's a Destiny 2 game or something,
Glitched out, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like a multiplayer thing, because so far, either I'm incredibly lucky at it, but from what I've played so far, I've only run into one glitch, and it was just a minor glitch, and all it was the other computer-controlled character. We were in the ice area. He got like stuck in the mud, like waist deep, and like he was trying to run, and he was like running in place, and he couldn't move. But I went ahead and continued. I cleaned out the area, and it went to there's like a door you had to like kind of open. It had hit, in your case, X to prompt to open the door, and as soon as I did it, it went to the cutscene, and it showed the character come over and grabbing it, and the game was completely fine. And I've never had any kind of glitch or error or anything. I wonder if it's something like related to the multiplayer side of it, because
it has to be.
No, because I played by myself. Still happened.
Fuck. But yeah.
But either way, even with the glitches, this game is to me is really, really good, and I'm really enjoying myself.
Same here,
the
man.
Best $5 I ever spent.
Best Game Pass thing ever. Like I saved myself $120 because of Game Pass.
Yeah, just with that Ultimate Edition.
This pretty much paid itself for the next year for Game Pass for me. You know what I mean? Like even if they release a bunch of shitty games, like
right.
This game alone paid itself. Like $120 worth, man. Like it's crazy. Like how good the game is and how much fun I had playing it, and it actually got me hyped for Gears 5 or Gears 6, whatever. Gears.
Awesome.
Remember? And it's kind of funny because I said last week, right before, like I finished Gears 4, right before the release of this one, and I was kind of talking shit, right? Like, this is so stupid. Why do people get hyped up over this stupid ass ending? And like, no, this ending for this one is like, Oh, I'm ready, motherfuckers. Let's go. Let's go right now. Woo! Let's go. Woo!
Yeah, the coalition nailed it this time.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And you can be like in the multiplayer. It's funny because now they have like different blood splatters. So when you kill someone and the blood splatters, like you can have it. So stupid, but you can have it show like Forza Street, like that free-to-play game that Forza released or whatever on the Windows 10. You can have it say Forza Street. Or you can
instead of having blood,
instead of having like the regular like skull or whatever, that Gears of War skull,
yes.
like it'll say Forza Street, but like still have the blood on it, or it'll say like
the Terminator
Forza Horizon 4 or some shit, or it'll have the Terminator skull, or it'll have like it'll say like the T2 or something, like Judgment Day or some shit like that on it. Like it's fucking hilarious. They've added like these special fucking blood sprays or whatever to the game, and they say they're gonna add 200. They're gonna add 200 cosmetic items to the game within the next month or two.
Yeah, I saw some negative reviews on Steam regarding there's too many microtransactions and it's chock full of them and it's predatory and.
It's not predatory. You get a lot of stuff for free if you got the Game Pass version, the Ultimate Game Pass version, I should say, not.
These are PC Master Race people only on Steam who probably only play Steam.
Yeah,
right. So who paid the full 120
version and
the 60.
Tended to complaining because they didn't get all the unlocks of paying for the Ultimate Edition. If they were just smart and got the Game Pass, they could have.
They spent $60 on it on Steam instead of paying the $2 to get Game Pass for 2 months or whatever the fuck.
I mean, I get wanting to buy the game and want to support the game, but for me, this game, I mean, as much fun as I'm having, I'll probably play through it and I want to enjoy my time playing through it. But probably when I'm done, I'm probably gonna be done with it. So they're not gonna add to the campaign. I'm not gonna come back and want to play, anything else. I could come in and play the multiplayer, but I don't know if I'll continue to play the multiplayer in the future or not, just because of stuff like Call of Duty and Apex and other games like that, will probably pull me away from it in all honesty. So I know if I buy the game outright that I probably ain't gonna play it in a couple months anyways.
Yep.
And actually, guys, one of the cool things about this game is kind of like a news thing right now. Like, we could totally have had this as our news article. But actually, Gears of War 5 has become the most played game in September.
Yeah, it surpassed Fortnite. Amazing.
Fortnite has been at that list for like the last 18 months or some shit.
Wow. I thought Minecraft overtook it at one point,
Maybe.
But apparently not.
Yeah. It's been at the top of for at least a year. Fortnite has been on the top. So that's incredible, man. For a Gears game to beat Fortnite as the most played game on Xbox Live, that's kind of fucking crazy. It goes to show how many people have signed up for Game Pass, I think. You know what I mean? Like how well their advertising is working for this Game Pass thing.
Yeah, I'm curious as to how many did the Xbox beta, like the PC side of things. I'll just call it the beta, just the launcher.
Mm-hmm.
And also how many on Steam. Because we know that there's a large percentage on, running on X and S consoles.
On this article, they do say it's on Xbox. So,
yes. I can't think of a significant number of people, unless there's a way to tell.
It says on Xbox One. I don't know if they're counting PC players on there or not.
I'm going to look up Steam charts, because Steam charts will give me a breakdown.
Steam charts, that's what I was thinking of.
Give me 1 second
yeah.
while you guys are looking up the Xbox version.
Yeah.
Because it did come out, like, literally, a week and a half after the Ultimate Edition. So they didn't release it until the patch was out.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just on Xbox. On Xbox, not on Steam.
Mm.
Yeah.
Cool. Gear's good.
Because it says on this other article that I'm reading right now, it says that their Steam player charts aren't very good.
No, and reviews are mixed, and just various reasons.
So
it's not just one reason.
I just checked the Steam charts, and it actually just gives me an error. It says 0. And when I click on it, it
Wow.
says there's an error. Check back in a few minutes. So unfortunately, I can't give you that information right now.
I wonder if that's just because it will redirect them to, the Xbox launcher or something on the PC side of things, or Windows 10 Store. I don't know. Who knows? Probably requires a Microsoft account.
Yeah. Anyways.
So they probably just group them all together.
Anyways. No, I don't know, Gunny. It says on this article that the peak count for September 11th, the day after release, was only 10,000 players on Steam.
Yeah, plus it's on Game Pass, so that increases it even more with more people on board with it.
Anyways, I think that's all I played this week, guys. Honestly, like Gears 5 and Gears Pop and Call of Duty Beta.
Sweet.
I was thinking about getting Borderlands, but the reviews, I don't know, man. Let's look up the reviews today.
I think we have a few that have some Borderlands time in.
Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah, there's a couple of us. Yeah, we put our time in. I put my time in today.
Let's look at the Metacritic for Borderlands 3. Yeah, it wasn't looking so hot the other day, man. So I was a little hesitant to get it, but it looks sitting at 85. Not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. So Gunny.
Let's see, Borderlands.
What's the
3.
user review on Metacritic?
On Xbox One, 4.9, which is not good. On the PC, it's probably worse than that. 4.8, which is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And on the PS4, I think it's 5.1 user review.
Yeah.
Which is weird because they do not have, like, the big websites, big video game companies don't have reviews up for the PS4 or the Xbox One version yet. But a lot of them have reviews up for the PC version. Like right now, look, it says right now for the Xbox One version, there's 0 critic reviews, like zero. There's nothing there.
Now I know that most people got their codes like a week early, or only a week before the release. That was probably most of the game news outlets.
No, there's not. A lot of big news outlets are not even on this list. I don't see the IGN review for Metacritic.
No, it's probably still in progress with multiplayer. No, what's her name? I heard her on Podcast Unlocked, but I know that I thought she had got her review done before she went to the Tokyo Game Show.
Anyways, Gunny, talk about Borderlands before I get bored. Go ahead, Gunny, go!
Let's tell it right now. All right, since Mayo's not here, I'm just going to go with it. The game is awesome. I love it. So I'm probably about, I'm going to say 3 to 4 hours into it so far. And I think you could pick from like 4 different characters, and I went with Zane because he's more of the gunner style type guy. And he's got like the clone you can send out, or the sentinel drone, or like a shield barrier. So I don't know if you can change those on the fly, because I played with Jedi Light today and he was sending out his drone, but then he was like, oh, hey, get behind my shield. So I don't know if that's something where you can just, like you need to go back into the menu or something and change it. But either way, I was just using the hobo drone. And that's something, obviously, you can upgrade all that stuff. So just like the previous Borderlands games.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so far it is Borderlands, but it looks certainly pretty on the OLED TV, Xbox One X. HDR is popping. It's all looking pretty good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the game so far too. Graphically, I wouldn't say it's like stellar. I'm sure it's an improvement over 2. I didn't play a whole lot of 2, but I think it does have like a modern, updated look to the game. And for me, so far, I've had a lot of fun playing it. What I did play, I was playing last night, and I kind of found myself wanting to keep kind of treading on, just kind of like I did in Gears 5. I was like playing through, and it started getting real late. I'm like, I have to get up in the morning, and I'm like, I'm just gonna finish this mission. I just want to kill this boss fight, as I was working my way toward that first boss with the music and stuff. And that was a fun little bit. And I pretty much stopped about right there, but I enjoyed it. Like, performance-wise on the PC, it ran well. I did play with some settings. I tried to stream it, and the game did not want to stream well at all. Like, I'm running on 1440p, and with my 1070, I had to run this game on medium settings to get anything above 60 FPS. When I would try to record, it would really tax out my computer, and basically I was getting skip frames. So then I had to mess with my stream, and I really wasn't prepared to mess with this, but I ended up changing the game to 1080p and just pretty much removed the banners and stuff on my stream, so Ghost Nico could watch. He wanted to watch and see if he could get an opinion on the game to whether he was going to buy it or not.
Yeah, no, I know that I sent you guys that article about PC Gamer, but I didn't read the article where, in regards to the fact that you needed a higher-end graphics card to run it in 60 FPS.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I just kind of took that headline as, hey, we don't have it quite optimized to run for most systems at 60 FPS.
Yeah.
Is that what you gathered from it?
I think, too, is the fact that, like, I've heard for some reason, and I don't remember where, and this was like a long time ago, I heard that the cell shading graphics are actually a little more demanding. I don't know why, but I have heard this, and maybe it's just because it's a lot more drawing on screen. I don't know, but just the fact that the game is open world, so it's automatically going to take a hit there. So it has a lot to load in and a lot to try to do. So obviously it's going to get hit. So like, in my mind, I want to compare it to a game performance-wise, kind of like the new Ghost Recon Wildlands, or not Wildlands, but Breakpoint. That game also, on my graphics card, which is a 1070, I'm right around 70 FPS, but that's on a higher setting. I think I'm on very high or high on that. So, and if I run back at Ultra, I think I can get about 55 FPS. And Borderlands is the same way. If I run it on Ultra, I drop down to like 50 FPS, which is completely playable. But it didn't look a whole lot different between like Ultra, high, and medium. I don't really feel like I'm missing out a whole bunch. So I just put it on medium to get the smoother gameplay on my side.
Yeah, I wonder too, like, if we need to factor in shadows.
You mean
that's probably a thing with Borderlands.
You mean you didn't notice the difference between the high cartoon and the low cartoon graphics?
Well, you know what? Also, Jesus, I think
lot.
Something I just thought of as far as like why we're not seeing this like significant thing from like Borderlands 2 to 3 is the fact that they had not ported it, but
guys,
it's 4K. But even you're on Borderlands 2.
I hear
they up-resed it.
PC people are mad at this game, Mayo.
I hear a lot of people are mad. I heard console players are also mad.
Let me give you some reviews here. So Dark Repast on Metacritic said the following. He said, "Is this game terrible?" No, not at all. So especially if you have exhausted Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, the problem is this feels and plays just like those games. It's a $60 update to the previous games with characters I couldn't get into. Bullet sponge enemies and a couple of NPCs who were insanely annoying. I have already played Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel to death. They were fun enough for their time. This does not take enough chances to separate itself from the others. It says here, Borderlands 2 made advancements from Borderlands 1. The pre-sequel was clearly a Far Cry Primal to Far Cry 4 kind of money grab. You will be paying for nostalgia, a longer update, and an ever so mild update from the original games. And for some, that's worth it. For me, that does not get the game over a 5 score. Innovate, make it better, or put it out at $30 since it's clearly not worth a full price.
Yeah, I don't know. How many hours?
It'll be at 30 in October.
Yeah, I'll see it going down
anyway,
to me, though, the game's, I'm hearing it's decent in length. Like, it's going to take a minute to get through the game. So,
30, 40 hours.
Even if you want to consider
maybe?
this let's call it a Borderlands 2.5. So, we got the better graphics. We have, 4 new characters that we can play with? And then we also have a little more story to play off of. I didn't play a ton of Borderlands 2 or 1. So, like, to me, I'm enjoying it. Now, I can't say I would enjoy the game. If I didn't play those as much, if I played them a lot, I guess I could say, maybe I won't enjoy it as much. But then we also have guys, like MechMod out there who has played a ton that I can understand of Borderlands 2, and he seems to be enjoying it so far. And the other guy I talked to, Ghost Nico, he was watching me stream it, and he's like, yeah, I'm definitely excited to buy this game. He goes, when I can afford it, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. He's like, I've seen enough just from your stream to know that I want to play this game. Like he says, it looks fun. They have a slide mechanic. I don't know if that was in the old one or not. Again, I'm kind of new.
This is new.
So it has like an Apex feel to it, where you can run and slide. And then
they've added slide tech.
Yes, slide tech.
That's right. Like Call of Duty.
And there's something, and I think you can tag things too. I think you can actually tag enemies for multiplayer.
I did that accidentally today.
We got some Apex crossing over here. But what character did you take, Gunny?
I took Zane.
How are you liking Zane?
I like him. He's got that sentinel drone that he throws out, and then it goes around shooting enemies, which is kind of cool because then you can, kind of focus on, you don't have 3 people shooting at you at once. So once I get that upgraded more, it'll be a little more of a fair fight.
I don't remember the name. I took the character with the mech. And
I saw a little bit of that on YouTube.
So yeah, when you hit the ultimate, so
Blaze.
like if you get into a big firefight, you find a lot of enemies. You can hit this mech, and one of the perks is it puts a little shield up around your mech, so you take a lot less damage in it. And then you have a gun on each side, and then you can upgrade those guns. Like I have basically it's like a beam gun, and then basically like a Gatling gun right now equipped. And
I was watching Blaze with a flamethrower.
Yeah, and I'm sure.
I don't know if that's something else you could have as well.
So, what the fuck was I going to say? Gunny, you're playing this on the Xbox One X, right?
Yes.
What's your performance like?
So far, I've only had like a few, hiccups, just a teeny bit of stutter. And
is the game 60 FPS on consoles?
I believe it is. It looks.
I
thought it was.
I don't think so. I think it's at 30.
Is it only 30?
I think it's 30.
Wow. Damn. Could have fooled me.
I did see. I was trying to look up an article earlier today, and they said on the PlayStation you get the performance mode or the graphic mode, and on the performance mode, you'll get a higher FPS.
Yeah, I didn't see that in options on Xbox, but I didn't go into them either. I just straight up started a campaign.
But then in that same article, they were complaining too, like the game in basically the graphic mode would have dips like all the way down to what they believed to be like 10 to 20 FPS, while it was in that whole fancy graphic mode. So I don't know if there's going to be like maybe some updates coming out, because it doesn't sell on like it's real well optimized. But then on my end, I'm not having any issues on my side, except the fact I had to turn my settings down because my GPU was struggling with it a little bit. So maybe
people are saying that they're getting bad performances on fucking RTX cards, dude, like the 2070 and shit.
Yeah, they might be. I mean,
yeah.
But what do they consider bad performance too? Do they have an
30
example?
30 FPS.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty bad. So maybe that's just optimization then. But
most of these people,
I mean, that's the whole point. They bought the 2070.
Most of the people on Metacritic are saying the bad reviews are saying that the game is just really badly optimized for PC. That these people are posting their specs. Some say that they have 1080 Ti. Some say they have fucking 1080s, 2070s. They're saying that the game goes to the 40s, 30s, and it's just bad. Some people are saying that the game is boring, not innovative enough. But you guys are saying that it's fun, so I don't know. I'm torn between
I'm enjoying it myself. I mean, again, I didn't play any of the other Borderlands a whole lot, so I think I have a fresh feel going into the game. I know of the Borderlands series. I've dabbled in it a little bit, but I'm like, this one I'm going to actually go through and try to play through the campaign, and just have fun with it, and just take it what it is, and just have a lot of fun shooting. The guns are fun. The guns are unique. I've got a couple of different guns. I have an epic gun already.
Is there a billion guns in this game like the other ones?
I'm assuming.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Like, I had this pretty cool gun today. Matter of fact, Jedi of Light picked it up, and he's all, check this gun out. And it shoots out like these... They look like these like, I don't know, like digital bullets with like these like gun rays shooting out. It was pretty cool. Like, it was all different colors, and I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. And then he left. When I loaded back in, I actually got the same gun. I was like, it actually looks pretty neat, like holding it.
That's cool.
Like, it's just lit up.
Do you guys think that
pretty cool looking.
this is a purchase that I should make this week, or should I wait for it to go on sale?
Do you think you'd want to play with people or by yourself? I guess that's probably the bigger question. If you're gonna want to play with people,
No.
you're gonna want to get it now. But if you don't mind playing the campaign by yourself, or have somebody run through it later on that's a way higher level than you, and just kind of help carry you through it, maybe you can wait.
So Jedi Light was trying to tell me today, because I didn't do a lot of research as far as, okay, Borderlands 2 was, hey, you can be a level 1 and play with a level 70 character, but you can't get near any characters because they breathe on you and you'll fall over dead. But he said now it scales. So I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. Like, if they're doing it something like a Division 2 style thing, right? Or even Division 1, where it'll scale. So that'll just kind of bring your levels... It'll bring the lower level guy higher to where the level 70 is. But I was going to say the other thing was... when you first start the game, it does have this thing where you can choose, like, classic mode. So basically what that means is that you start off and you have to share the loot, like as far as all the guns and stuff. And the other option that you choose is going to be like, okay, so like a chest pops open and guns pop out, but the other person is looking at other guns.
Yeah, it's kind of like Diablo.
So you can't...
like
a Diablo thing.
Only that person, only you see that loot on the ground in that mode, and then they'll have their own loot. So you're not fighting for the same loot. You know, there's 2 modes. You can pick or pick. So, like, you can pick between... okay, we're all going to fight over this gun, first come, first serve, you know? Or you can have the mode where
it was never...
your guns are all in your
you know
screen.
what? I never had that issue. Maybe once or twice playing on Xbox with so many different people. It was more about like, hey, can we trade out some weapons? Sure. Like, there's a trade option. Maybe Borderlands 3 has it. And it was always fun, too, where, like, I always felt like, hey, if you get to it first, it's yours, you know? Because you always ran into random people, man. They're just pissing out guns, right? Like, who's this, like, Bong Smoker 82? He'll join your game and piss out, like, 80 guns, you know?
Yeah.
So you can I feel like there's plenty there to go through, so I won't mind. I'll actually start up another campaign, play classic mode, because there was actual fun in that, so, yeah. Good stuff. I'm glad they gave us that choice.
I don't know if I'm sold based on this review, guys.
Like I said, Jesus, just to back up a little bit, when the Xbox One X first came out, and we all bought them, me and you and Eric, and everybody in the community is like, hell yeah, we're on board with this 4K thing. So it looks like Borderlands 3 is sort of like 2, except it's that slightly better graphics and even performance. I see, I'm getting pretty good performance so far. So, but it's just it's gonna be that Division 2 thing, Jesus, right? It's all gonna be that PvE,
I don't know if
experience.
I don't know if I want to do it. I don't think I'm gonna get this Borderlands game.
Yeah, because one of the things that was also fun,
Torn.
and I hope it again. This is another thing with 3. Hey, you finish the game, you do the campaign, you fight the end boss, and then the fun thing was too where, all right, so let's say at that point you're a level 30 or 35, maybe level 40, who knows, depending on how much grinding you did. Hey, do you want to go do some loot, some boss loot grinding and get some better guns? Hell yeah. And then you can just go into different areas. That was always a lot of fun.
And then too, I don't know if you noticed in the options, Gunny, is there's a true Vault Hunter mode in the game after you beat it. You cannot access this until you beat it, so this is going to be some more in-game content. So once you beat the game, you're going to get access to that true Vault Hunter mode, and you'll be able to play.
And that's a cool thing. That's a good thing too. Borderlands 2 had it. If you're ever... when you're playing with other people, it's a ton of fun, true Vault Hunter mode. But if you go back and play by yourself, yeah, it's not that fun. You can only fight one enemy at a time. So it just becomes a real snore fest at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Looking at Jesus over there, I think he agrees.
Yeah.
You got to have people to play with, man. It's like Gears of War 5. You got to have people to play with. That's how it is. Always funner with friends. I highly recommend it. So, man, no, I'll put a lot more hours into it this week and talk.
One thing I keep hearing too, a lot of people are asking about crossplay, and I think it'd be the perfect game, kind of like the Division 2 was for crossplay, because we're not playing against each other. It's all cooperative. So, like,
Right.
I feel like it's a good opportunity and a missed opportunity for crossplay. We keep hearing more about it, and why can't we, play together? Why can't you, Gunny, on your Xbox One X and me on my PC?
Yeah.
Why can't we play together? Because I feel like it's
Right. There wouldn't be any sort of competitive issues at all. It would all be that.
Because
PvP.
fuck
Yep.
you, that's why. Because 2K says fuck you, pay us more money, get more game consoles.
All they got to do is flick the damn switch,
No, they
right?
don't, Gunny. It's too hard for them.
Flick the switch.
too
Tell
hard.
PS4 it's going to happen.
Fuck
PlayStation,
you, Gunny.
I'm flipping the
Fuck
switch.
you, Gunny, is what they want to say.
Hey, Jesus, I know. This is, okay, this might sell you. This game actually persuaded me to buy a game on the Epic Store. Yeah.
Whoa.
How often do you hear
Nah, I'm still not sold. Let's look it up, see if it dropped in price because of all the negative Metacritic. Borderlands.
Maybe Epic will give it away in a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a free to play.
I found it on CD keys, but it's only for the Xbox.
Well, I guess
wait,
you,
no, I found the Ultimate Super Deluxe Edition for. Oh, this is European region for $89.
Yeah, it's not going to be on sale for at least a month or two.
I'll find it on CD.
So, yeah, just keep checking that CD keys every
CD
week.
keys had it last week for like fucking $50 to pre-order.
Right.
Should've
That,
got
yeah,
it.
if you get it like a couple weeks before, or even going back a few months.
Yeah, I should have got it then. Stupid Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh well,
That was a good thing about
maybe.
Epic too. They do that. So good stuff.
Anyways.
Go play it. Let's see. Anything else that I played here?
Maybe I'll just become the Mayo's kid and fucking family share on Epic or something.
Oh, yeah, that's
There you
something, too, real quick, is, when I mentioned I bought this game,
Try it before you buy
I bought this on my son's account. And so we have two Epic accounts on the same PC. So when I install any game I bought on my account, like Heavy Rain and the Tetris Effect and all that stuff, when I log out of my account and when my son logs back into his account, he can play all of my games that I purchased on my account because it's installed on my PC. Like, it knows where the exe is, the game launches, no issues. So when I bought the game on his account so he could get the Fortnite skins. And I was like, I'll just log into my account once I install the game and play it under my gamer tag. Well, that doesn't work. So unfortunately now I have to sign in under his account, under his gamer tag.
This is a big game, that's probably why.
Yeah. But the other games, Tetris Effect, I mean, I don't know, it's a decent game. I mean, and every game that he's picked up on the free games that Epic has given out, all of those work on my end. So as soon as he installs them, when I go to my library, when I'm logged into my account, all them games are ready for me to play. So I'm not sure, but Borderlands is the only one. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. But yeah, it just tells me to buy it off of my account, even though the game's completely installed on my PC. And I've been trying to do like a desktop icon, even though I hate desktop icons, and try to do it that way, and then just try to click off the desktop icon, and if I'm logging into my account, it just tells me to buy the game. So
it does that with my Uplay account.
So, yeah,
I have two different accounts.
I will have to play under his gamer tag in the meantime, but it's all good.
Anyways, anything else you guys played?
That is it for me. I played Gears 5 and Borderlands 3 only. Like, I mean, I was getting into both of them. Like I said before, I was really enjoying Gears 5. I didn't want to put it down when I was playing, and pretty much like bedtime decided that I better quit. And then I did the same exact thing with Gears 5 or Borderlands 3 last night. Like, I played. I think I put in maybe 3 or 4 hours straight. And I had to talk myself into getting out. Like, I'm like, okay, as soon as I beat this boss, I just need to log off. I just need to warp back to my home area, not look at any missions, not do anything, just shut the game down and go to bed. So I pretty much talked myself into getting off. I haven't had time to play today, but I'm enjoying everything I have played so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, people, I think that means it's time to move on to the news.
News time.
It's news time. Let's go to the news, Gunny. Big news this week. Speaking of Borderlands, let me throw a curveball for you guys. Speaking of Borderlands, a 27-year-old terminal cancer patient is now spending his final days playing Borderlands 3.
Ooh.
That's right. Let's see here. Yeah. So there's a mega fan who is 27 years old. He's a Borderlands mega fan, according to himself. He suspected that he might not live to see the day Borderlands 3 came out. So he went to Reddit, and he now said he's going to play the game. And yeah. So, well, it's kind of a sad story, but I mean, he's getting to play the game he likes. They say that they've taken him off of chemotherapy because he's declining health, not reacting to the chemo, so they just took him off of it. And pretty much he said he's just waiting now, just like a waiting game, see what happens. And he's playing Borderlands 3. Meanwhile, that all goes down.
Damn, that's sad.
That's fucked up. Yeah. Unfortunate. But, I mean, the good part of that story, I guess, is he's a mega fan and he's enjoying doing what he likes to do.
Yeah.
If I'm ever dying like that, guys, we're gonna podcast till I die.
Non-stop.
Just
keep going.
We'll just keep going.
Recording me till I fucking die.
You know what? We'll just we'll podcast and we'll game same time. Do it all
at the same time. Podcast, game, I'll stream at the same time. Yeah, fuck.
Beer in hand.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move on here to some lighter news. Sea of Thieves has had its newest update. Sea of Thieves now has pets, Mayo, and now has pets.
Uh-oh.
You're going to head on down to the shop. There's a shop on a certain island. You head down there and you can buy yourself a pet, Mayo. You get yourself a nice companion like a parrot, a monkey, or something else. I don't know what the other one is.
I want a monkey. I thought it was just the two.
No, there's a parrot and I think there's a monkey. Maybe something else.
There's different
skins.
Kinds of monkeys.
Yeah, there's different skins for the animals. So like the monkey can be like a brown monkey, a black monkey, a white monkey, a red monkey. And I'm pretty sure the parrots have like different colors for them too. Like you get a red one, a black one, a blue one, which is all pretty cool. I think I actually want to play it just to see the monkey. It's pretty cool because you can name them whatever you want to name them. So you can name the monkey like Gunny Chief.
Oh yeah.
Or you can name the monkey the Mayo, or Little Mayo, or whatever, and like and you can tell them to dance and shit. And when you play music, like your instruments, they start dancing too.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, like the monkey will start doing dances in the background.
I know Pork Chop Poo and his friends are jumping for joy.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. It's fun times, man. So, yeah. So you can feed them too. You feed them, and yeah. Anyways, see if these monkeys and pets.
There's a.
Go try it now.
I want to make them barf.
Yeah, and here you can make them throw up, huh?
Yeah, I guess you feed them too much. Or what is that? Yeah.
I think that's what it is. One of the things you can do.
Anyways,
to have them just.
Let's look up here. More news. Keanu Reeves is not one of Cyberpunk's 2077's romance options. In case
canceled.
You were wondering, Gunny, you cannot romance.
I was not wondering. I just thought it was going to be a thing. I just thought,
done.
Okay, he's here. He's on stage. I can romance this guy.
Yeah, fuck yeah, romance the shit out of him.
We're gonna have a fling. It's gonna be awesome. And no.
Yeah.
Hopes and dreams crushed.
Even though CD Projekt Red has confirmed that romance and, for example, just sex, it's going to be heavily present in Cyberpunk, you will not be able to just have sex with Keanu. I'm sorry.
What? How much do I got to pay in DLC to have this make this happen? Can somebody start working on a mod as soon as this game is released?
You can have sex with a lot of NPCs, Gunny. A lot of them.
But I want Kiana.
And it says here that you can have a lot of interactions as well with a lot of NPCs. And matter of fact, every NPC is not going to refer to you by name. They're all going to refer to you as V. Because they said that they're going to let you choose your gender of your character and stuff. So they're saying that just to make it easy, they just had everyone say V instead of like a name. So like having everyone like record a line saying, okay, say Sarah now. Okay, say John now. Say Sarah, say John. For everything, like, no, they just said, fuck it, just use the letter V. It fits both sexes or whatever. Or wait, all sexes. And yeah.
That's weird, but because they were talking about adding multiplayer later on, so are we all going to be V? But
All
no,
the
I mean, if we're...
R people are going to feel excluded now. We're going to see hate articles here pretty soon, like, the R and the Q people are outraged by their lack of representation in Cyberpunk 2077.
Only V people.
CD Projekt Red recently announced that it's going to forego conventional male and female gender options in favor of enabling players to select a body type and a voice. Yes, and Pears, I think he's the creative director of the game, he said that genitals will be based on that selection, which will be relevant because the game is not going to shy away from nudity, including in-sex scenes. So there you go. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, the day the modder makes this NPC that I'm having a romance with and puts Kiana's head on it, I'm gonna love them. I'm gonna pay them Patreon money.
Oh shit! Gunny's gonna become a Patreon member just for.
He made a Kiana romance option.
In other news, Discord News Mayo, your favorite place to go chat, a Nitro program, which is a subscription-based service that offers enhanced features on the platform and unlimited access to a library of indie and big-budget games, is now being closed. Discord said that it's learned a lot since Nitro went live in October 2018, including that the vast majority of Nitro subscribers don't actually play the games. So after careful consideration, we won't be hitting continue when these contracts come up for renewal, Discord wrote. They said that the Nitro Games catalog will be removed on October 15th, 2019. So it says here that Nitro is available for $10 a month or $100 a year, or $5 per month for the Discord perks, a custom Discord tag, custom emojis, a larger file upload limit, that sort of things without the games. It says that those price points will remain, but the packages will be changed to reflect the absence of the games. It says here now that the $10 plan, which also supports higher quality Go live streams and enables subscribers to boost servers they're on, has had its maximum upload size doubled to 100 megabytes, and the number of boosts required to reach level 3 have been cut from 50 to 20, and that $5 subscriptions will now offer all the chat perks, but will not enable server boosting. There you go.
Yeah, I've bought that twice for my kid.
Oh, really?
The $10. Yeah, I think because his friends, it's a lot of those indie games that you get, and his friends have persuaded him to, you got to get these indie games on here.
I tried it one time, and I basically had a file I wanted to upload. It was like a video, and it was telling me it was too large, so I had to use Nitro. So I went ahead and paid for 1 month so I could upload the file. And I'm like, I might just keep this. Maybe it'll be, come in handy. And then I looked at the game library, and I'm like, no interest. So
Right.
I pretty much didn't keep it at all.
Yeah, because you can't even, for everyone that knows Discord, I can't even put an HD picture on there without going over in megabytes. Like, I have to dumb the picture down in size even.
Well, Gunny, well.
I know, I'm like,
okay.
it's free, so I can't complain. It's a free service, I get it.
Yeah, it sucks here, though, because the people that have been paying for this for the last year, say for the games,
They lose it.
They lose it.
all.
On October 15th, it's just done. You just, sorry, your games are gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But that's kind of weird, because it's not like they're getting rid of Discord. It's not like Amazon
Like shutting down.
Prime. Yeah, like Twitch has its own kind of launcher for its...
What if,
indie
like,
games.
Microsoft just said, fuck you. We're taking away all your games, Gunny.
Oh my gosh, I would be crushed. That is where
all
my
your games
main...
with gold games are just done. We don't want them back now. Fuck you.
Whoa.
Or what if they take away your game sharing?
I would be.
You know, do it like
God,
Steam.
it just brings me back to the days of like, I need storage space and store all these games and disc holders, and yeah, I would be hurt.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, in other news, let's move on here to some more news. The Binding of Isaac developer has now halted his work with Nicholas over allegations of racism and abuse. The Binding of Isaac creator Edmund McMillan has halted plans to work with indie publisher Nicholas on 2 of his upcoming games, including the recently announced The Legend of Bumbo. McMillan made the decision following a Kotaku report containing allegations of racism, abusive behavior, and dubious business practices. No good. It says here the allegations were made by multiple external developers and former employees who claimed that Nicholas founder Tyrone Rodriguez pressured employees and potential clients to drink heavily at events. He used racist slurs and engaged in other forms of controlling and exploitative behavior. Skype logs obtained by the site also show Rodriguez using racist, homophobic, and anti-Semitic language in the Nicholas group chat. Enter the Gungeon designer David Crooks also described how Nicholas, quote, ghosted him on an agreement to develop a PlayStation 4 port of the game. Crooks and Nigel Lowry of publisher Devolver Digital both said that after Nicholas signed an NDA and received access to the Enter the Gungeon source code, Rodriguez stopped responding to calls and emails, eventually forcing them to find someone else for the job. It says here that Nicholas had previously handled console ports for The Binding of Isaac and The End is Nigh, both developed by McMillan, but he told Kotaku that Rodriguez wasn't ever my boss. He was just always been a publisher of my work. And he said the plans to work with the company on 2 future projects will be canceled. He said, quote, I won't be moving forward with Nicholas when it comes to the port of The Legend of Bumbo or any console versions of Mugenics, he said. It says here, Binding of Isaac Repentance will still be releasing as originally planned. The team poured their heart and soul into this DLC, and it is very close to releasing. Nicholas did not comment on McMillan's decision, but denied the allegations in a statement. He said, quote, developing and publishing games is a dream for the staff of nearly 20 that work at Nicholas, Inc. Some of our team have been with the company almost a decade, and we work hard to create an environment where we treat our team members with respect. They are what make the company, end quote. He said, also, quote, we do not condone abusive workplace environments or discrimination and have people from all walks of life. We hope for the continued success of our internal team and our external developers regarding the companies under mutual NDA with Nicholas, Devolver, publisher of Enter the Gungeon, and Game Bakers, developer of Fury. We can only comment that we do not have any signed publishing agreements with them and never have. Quote. So, pretty much, this dude allegedly is an asshole.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Supposedly.
Kotaku says they have the evidence. I don't know.
Maybe him and Randy Pitchford can run off and make a game together.
They're best friends.
Yeah.
The geniuses are
Yeah,
going to run
that'd
out
be
together.
true. Yep.
He's going to have his publisher and the genius go make games together. Yeah. Randy Pitchford.
And then we can all be confused and have Kojima help him.
Kojima's going to join and just fucking walking simulator. Oh, shit. Anyways. Moving on now to some more news. So that's your, excuse me, that Billy Mitchell has now threatened legal action over vacated Donkey Kong scores.
He wants his title back.
He's back again to get his...
Yeah. He wants his
Man,
scores
I thought
back.
we
Gunny.
buried this
He
guy.
wants his fucking scores back. God damn it.
He never said jack shit back then when they threw him out.
He's letting
Now he
the
wants
They
it
threw
back.
those Skywars out.
God damn it. Now he's running out of
Well, he
money.
did...
He needs something to
Yeah,
show
that's
off.
true, yeah.
He needs something to show off at the conventions. He doesn't have the scores anymore to show off. Damn it.
Twin Galaxies, come on.
Damn it. It's your fault, Gunny. You people.
Man.
Anyways, yeah. Yeah. You excited?
Yeah, I mean, there's not much here from the last time we read this article, which was just, it wasn't on the right, it might have been running on emulators, and it wasn't on the original software, and so on and so forth.
It's
And
like...
he's just, I hope he's paying his lawyers a lot of money, so
It's like, will this
He could lose
debate
this
ever
one.
end? You know, like, have you ever watched the Netflix? I think it's
Yeah.
on Netflix. The movie or the show about it, the documentary, talking about
The King of Kong.
Like, he just refuses. He wants to have that title pretty bad.
Right.
Anyways.
Yeah. Good luck to him.
Good luck, Billy. Good luck. Can't believe they still call him Billy. He was like 45 years old.
Yeah.
Why do you call him just Bill Mitchell? Like, my name is Billy. Dude, you're like 47 years old. You need to be called Bill. Get the fuck out of here, Bill. Fucking Billy Mitchell. You're not 12 years old still, buddy. Fucking old fuck. We don't call you Gunny, do we? Motherfucker, you.
Yeah.
Another news. A teen video gamer has now been sent to jail for a prank call that led police to killing a man. Says here, a teenage video game has been jailed for his role in a prank phone call that led to police killing a man at his doorstep. Casey Viner has admitted that he had conspired with fellow gamer Tyler Raj Barres after they had argued with another player in Call of Duty World War II. The 19-year-old provided Barres with an address for the third player. Barres then called the police out to that address. The practice, as we know, is called swatting. It says here, Viner gave an old address for their fellow player, and officers were sent to the home of 20-year-old Andrew Finch in Wichita, Kansas. He had no idea what was happening. Barres, who was 25, told the dispatcher he was holding his mother and brother at gunpoint and that he wanted to kill himself and set his house on fire. As officers surrounded the house, a completely unaware Finch lowered his hands and he was shot. He later died in the hospital. Police found that he had no part of the online fight before the shooting in December 2017. It says here, after pleading guilty to one count of conspiracy and one count of obstructing justice, Viner from Cincinnati was sentenced to 15 months in prison at the federal court in Wichita. Police said he had attempted to erase any history of his communications with the co-defendants. He also has been sentenced to 2 years of supervised release in order to pay restitution fees of $2,500.
This is like a follow-up on that story
Wow.
you guys talked about a long time ago.
A long time ago, but 15 months?
Yeah.
15, that's it?
That's like a year and 3 months. That's not
That's
even
nothing, dude. You took
slap on the hand.
somebody's life ended over this shit, and you get 15 months?
Yeah.
I don't even... What the fuck was the district attorney thinking when he gave him 15 months for that? It's not like he didn't do it. It's not like a what if, not like they were lacking evidence. He did it. He called the police. He said he called them.
Yeah. That's an intentional act.
You know, he said it's not like they had like, no, we didn't have any evidence that he called him. It's like, no, dude, he told you he called him, and you guys can trace the call back to him calling you. And you're gonna give him 15 months for somebody getting killed? Granted, he didn't pull the trigger, the cops did, but still, like, the cops would have never been there with their guns out had he not called them.
But on top of that, somebody getting killed, he also tied up public services. You know, he tied up, the police.
A lot of cops, probably.
And cops.
Can you imagine how many cops went there? Fuck. And ambulances and...
Once this guy was shot, the hospital and the ambulance and all this stuff was all because of this kid, doing this act.
Yeah. I just...
here's the other thing, too, Jesus, just to put some salt on the wound, that a restitution of $2,500?
I've seen people pay more for that, for crashing their car into a fucking fence or a pole or something. You know what I mean? I've seen a drunk driver pay more for crashing his car while drunk into a fucking light pole and not hurting anyone but himself and his car. Pay more in restitution than this kid for getting somebody killed.
Yeah.
$2,500 bucks. What does that give the family? You can bring somebody back, no matter how much money you give him, but let alone $2,500. What does that cover? His lawyer fees or something? What the fuck? Yeah. It's a slap on the wrist, dude. And if I was that district attorney, or if I was in that district where that district attorney is, I wouldn't be voting for him next election. I'll tell you that. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing, man? You're giving this kid a slap on the wrist. Somebody got murdered over this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awful. Yeah.
Yeah. It's stupid, man. And I feel terrible for that family that had to go through that and the loss of a loved one over this dumb shit, and this dumbass over here getting fucking 15 months in fucking federal prison. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's an intentional act of evil right
All
there.
I'm showing is hope somebody in prison feels how I feel about it. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
Just saying, huh?
Just saying. I'm just saying, you know, hopefully somebody in there, you know, maybe take matters into their own hands. I don't know. In other news, the world's biggest video game retailer, GameStop, is now closing hundreds of stores nationwide. This is now attempting to stay afloat. And this is just the first wave of closures, they said. The world's largest video game retailer, GameStop, who has a staggering number of stores around the world, over 5,700 as of September 2019, say they're now going to close between 180 and 200 underperforming stores globally by the end of this year. That's what the Chief Financial Officer, Jim Bell, said on the company's Q2 earnings call on Tuesday. And he said that's not all. He said that the company is expecting to close a much larger group of stores in the next 1 to 2 years. Oh.
Wow, that's not good for shareholders.
That's a real good...
But I mean, that's the writing on the wall, right? We've talked about it in length last week or the week before.
Oh, man. I thought it was going to be 5 years before they went out of business. They might be closer to 3 or something, dude. Holy shit.
Well, I think they're waiting on Google Stadia, too. How is that going to pan out? Is it just going to be thousands playing? Is it going to be hundreds
Everyone
of thousands?
playing?
Right? Everyone's playing it, you know, that's on PC and
Yeah.
half the console people.
Borderlands 3 will be playing well.
Yeah, Borderlands 3
Running
runs
on
at 300
2080
frames a second on
RTX.
Stadia.
60 frames per second on 4K.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, just your major metropolitan areas where all the GameStops are.
The initial wave of closures, Bell said, are opportunistic, whereas the next wave of closures will come from a deeper look at each store in its region. He said, we're applying a more definitive, analytic approach, including profit levels and sales transferability, that we expect will yield a much larger tranche of closures over the coming 12 to 24 months. It is unclear how many stores will be closed in the long run, but it is clear that GameStop executives are now taking a more deliberate approach to the next wave of stores the company closes. Oh, man. That just sucks for people that work there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that must suck, man. You have no control.
I would say especially for somebody who's worked there for
a long time.
A long period of time.
You know, like
yeah.
people that are managers there or something. Like those people are usually people that are like older, you know, they're like 30s, 40s, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then too.
Yeah, they've been with the company a very long
I
time.
feel like it's a lot of people that really enjoy the industry. You know, like maybe not like the best paying job in the world, but you know they can make do with their bills, and they just enjoy being around other gamers and coming in and talking. Yeah, they're on the business side of it, but they, you know, you can go in a GameStop and you can interact with the people behind the counter. They play games. You know, rarely do you go in there and run across somebody that doesn't have a clue at all.
Games, yeah.
You know, so like those people are going to miss out too on that ability to converse with people, and they probably have even made friendships, you know, regulars that come into that store and they start sharing gamer tags and stuff like that too. So
there was a while back in 2012, 2013, where I would go to this GameStop a lot. It was right before the Xbox One came out, actually. So like 2012, I would say. I would go to GameStop a lot here in the hell next to me, and there was this Asian dude working there, and me and him would talk every fucking time I would go in there. We'd be like, "What's up, dude?" I'd be like, "What's up, man?" We'd just sit there and bullshit about like all the games coming out, the next Xbox. That's when the Xbox One was coming out, and he was super hyped about it. He was hyped about the PlayStation. We were just always talking about like all these games coming out with the next gen and the Battlefield 4 and all this shit. And I would pre-order my shit from him. And like the dude gave me his gamer tag one day. He's like, "Here, man, just add me on fucking on Xbox or PlayStation or whatever. Here's my gamer tag." And we would always bullshit, you know what I mean? And it was kind of fun. And that was cool, man.
Good times. I remember when I first got my Xbox One X, and I want to say, I'm trying to think back why I was going there so much, because I was all mostly digital at that time. might have been just a little bit prior to that, but I remember the manager was really cool. And like you said, same thing, we'd always bullshit about games. The other thing too that he was really excited about as a GameStop manager was they do that GameStop Expo every year.
Yeah.
I want to say is it always in Texas or not?
Somewhere. They did change them around. I think.
But he said it's a ton of fun, and it's all the employees and the managers and everybody goes down there and they have a conference and they give out free games and food, and he said it's a blast. Like, I think people can actually come and attend. Like, you can pay money.
Yeah.
Like, buy an actual ticket, and they show off. I remember they would show new games, like world premiere games. It wasn't like an E3 thing, but, more of a PAX type style thing. I'm not sure if that's still happening or not. But anyway, yeah, just thinking back, like, that sucks for, especially long-term employees.
Yeah, I remember the manager was telling me that she got a free, she was a manager at GameStop, she got herself a free PS4 and a free Xbox One when they came out on launch. I was like, you lucky motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
It's like $900 worth of shit you just got for free. And she was like, yeah, I just get it for free because I'm the manager here. Like, I have to know what I'm talking about. I'm like,
right, yeah.
you lucky motherfucker.
Job perks.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, we lost one, guys. We didn't receive this shipment. What are you talking about? We never got that PS4 here. Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Hey, remember going to GameStop, Jesus? The good old times when you go down there and go, give me that new Call of Duty game, right? And they'd be like, yeah, there you go. And they slap down a Wii copy. I'm like, whoa.
Wii copy.
What? Call of Duty's on Wii? What the hell? I wanted an Xbox One. Bam! Then they slap down a PS4 copy. I'm like, Xbox 360. There's only one. Yeah. Good times.
Anyways, Gunny, are you confused about what you can do in Death Stranding?
I'm confused about everything
let me tell
you
you,
can do in Death Stranding.
We now know some of the stuff you can do in Death Stranding. So, it's going to be released on November 8th. This is from Kotaku. It's going to be released November 8th for the PlayStation 4. This game, Death Stranding, Gunny, it follows a Sam Bridges, who is Norman Reedus, of course, but in the game he's known as Sam Bridges. And he's going to make a coast-to-coast trek across the ruined United Cities of America. Not the United States of America, United Cities of America. And he's going to be creating new strands that link divided human beings back together. With him is BB, or Bridge Baby, a little fetus in an artificial womb that, among other things, allows him to see BTs, or beach things. Those are supernatural monsters from other dimensions that are rampaging in the UCA. It says here that there's a lot more to it than that. Much of it says here likely involving Jeff Keighley, but that's the backstory you need to know when you get most out of the presentation. This presentation was 45 minutes. It says here Sam was given a simple mission: deliver 4 aid packages from Knot City to Port Knot City. The aid packages contain 4 supplies that are considered crucial in this world: food, medicine, anti-BT weapons, and sperm and eggs. It says here, before heading on any mission, you'll have to pick your loadout. This includes all the required aid packages that you are delivering, plus anything else you want to bring with you on the journey. So you could bring Mayo and Gunny. Guess what you can bring? Guess what you can bring?
Beef jerky? Beef jerky?
No. Extra shoes. Extra shoes.
Clean pair of underwear.
Ropes. Weapons, etc. Says here the difference between Sam Bridges and most video game heroes is that while everyone else just sees a disappearance, everyone else just disappears all of their possessions into a magical pocket, Sam is visibly loaded up with his burdens. Everything he carries is visibly attached to his character, affecting his weight and mobility. It says here that you can actually choose where on Sam's body you want to put the stuff. So it says you can put everything in his backpack, like a mule, just
or
have a
ladder.
huge backpack, and or you can put things in pouches, Gunny, hanging off of the backpack. Like... You can also strap these pouches and things to his arms and his legs, or have him hand carry certain pieces. This is going to affect his speed, Gunny, but it's also going to affect his balance.
Can I just pull the baby in a wagon and then carry all my shit on my back?
It says here, Gunny,
I don't know.
listen, Gunny, it says Sam's center of gravity is going to be shown in a yellow circle underneath him as you shift things around. As you run through the world, if you make a hard left or right, he's going to go off kilter if he's overburdened.
Or fall over.
And you're going to have to, and you'll need to press L2 and R2 to shift his weight back so he stays upright.
Weight physics. Ooh.
It says here that if you're not
drunk.
if you're not stuck awkwardly carrying all this stuff at every moment, though, you're about to say, head into battle, you can put your belongings down, Mayo, for temporarily. It says here that you might also be able to acquire a floating carrier that is a cross between an airport luggage cart and a hoverboard that will follow you behind you with your big big old pile.
That's
going to
be a cooler of beer.
You could just throw all your shit on this carrier and have it follow you. All this futuristic technology all around us, but the only way that they can transport things is have Norman Reedus can't carry it down there. It says here, so the first obstacle that he reached in the video was a river. All right, there's a HUD that gives you important information. It shows you the strength of the current in different spots. Blue is easily crossable, yellow is walkable, and all this shit. It says here, so you have to pretty much cross the river and not fall into the river, guys. Just know that. To catch your breath, you must press circle. And you must check that the bridge baby or the BB is okay at different times in the journey. This seems like a very...
like a father's nightmare. Newborn.
No, like a very...
in the future.
Like a very fucking bullshitty ass... This is like a Red Dead Redemption 2 of walking simulators, isn't it? Like, everyone gave shit to Red Dead because Red Dead is too realistic. I don't want to pet and feed my horse. But I bet you a lot of those people are going to be playing this bullshit-ass game and giving it a 10 out of 10. When this game sounds like, to me, like Red Dead Redemption 2 walking simulator, where you have to fucking check on the baby. Is the baby okay? Is the baby okay? You're the baby, stupid pacifier. And then you're going to have to fucking tap the baby to make sure he's okay. Check your shit, make sure it's okay. Check you're not going to fall over because you loaded everything on your right side because you're stupid. You should have loaded it evenly in. And you didn't. And now your character's falling off a cliff. This sounds fucking lame as shit. Who thought this was cool?
I can see streamers already just getting in trouble for baby abuse, you know? He's not taking care of it correctly.
The baby.
No, this is more of a cruel thing where Jesus, it's the future. We've got hover cars, speed craft, and teleporting, but you'll be on foot.
Listen, Gunny, there's going to be natural hot springs in the game where you and the bottled baby can recharge your batteries. And guess what it's called in the game? Guess what it's called?
The bottled batteries? What are the batteries called?
Battery hot springs. That's what the area is called.
Can I abandon the baby? Is that an option? And make a run for it.
The baby connects you to the world, Gunny. You need the baby to make the connection.
I need it. It needs me.
All right, listen.
We need each
Later
other.
in the demo, Kojima pointed out that thanks to the game's asynchronous multiplayer aspects, you might not even have to use your own ladder, Gunny, to get across things. Since other players can leave their ladders and their equipment behind for other people to use.
Don't pee on my ladder.
He shows how there's now a climbing rope and a ladder left by other players. You can like these items, and says your social media likes seem to be the currency of this world. Wow. Also, Gunny, you can drop helpful items that you can find in the world and pick up by pressing the communication button while in the game, and Sam will shout something out like, "Is anybody there?" And if items dropped by other players are in the vicinity, they'll flash to alert you to them. Wow.
So almost like a like a proximity chat to somebody who's playing the game at the same time, but it's not showing like a hologram or a ghost of them.
It shows their stuff being left behind, like whatever they leave in the world. Because you can like deploy a ladder, I guess, or a rope, like down a cliff or a mountain, and you could just be like, "Fuck it, I don't want to like take this rope down or pick this ladder back up. It's weighing me down too much. I will never need this ladder again." And you leave it there. Like next day, Gunny can be playing the game, and Jesus played the game the day before, and Gunny's going to that same area, and Gunny's like, "I didn't need my ladder after all. Jesus left his ladder right here."
You know what, Jesus? Actually, you're probably not going to like me because I'm going to throw that That ladder in the river.
You dick. It's gonna be like, fuck you, Jesus. Throw your ladder in the river, you
Look at nobody's using it. Nobody ain't getting it. No baby
Do you guys know
bottle
what's
charges
going on?
either.
He'll need it
Yeah.
to balance himself out because he'll be all lopsided. So he's like, I'm going to put this on the other side. Now I have 2 ladders so I can balance out a little easier.
I'm confused what the fuck this game is about. It's about getting connections to other cities, I guess. And, yeah, I guess there's guns in the game that you can pick up. And you have to charge them up or whatever. But yeah, apparently human blood kills the BTs. I don't know why. But yeah, we'll see. Anyways, Death Stranding, guys. First glimpse at what the game is about. So, once again, let's recap. You're going to be creating new strands between cities. There's a BB with you, and the BTs are the bad guys. There you go.
The BTs.
Yeah.
Okay.
You excited, Gunny? You excited for Death Stranding?
I'm a little excited for this story.
Do you?
Kind
Are
of
you
see where
gonna
it
buy
goes.
this?
It reminds me of like a movie I've watched, or
I think we have to buy
That's what it
this.
reminds me.
We have to buy this.
or a
don't we?
book I've read.
We have to buy this on launch day. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, huh?
I'm glad it's on PlayStation
Yeah.
only because I'll let you guys buy it.
Yeah, calm down, man. It's gonna be game of the year, best game we've ever seen, ever.
It probably will. We'll
Ever.
probably see the headlines. Will I come out and be like, greatest game ever, the reason
You
to
know-
buy a PS4 Pro.
Best thing.
Here's the thing, Jesus. Is Jeff Keighley gonna nominate this as Game of the Year?
Maybe.
A little bias, I think, right?
Yeah, because he's in the game, right?
Yeah, I saw a demo of him a couple weeks
He's in
ago
the game,
where he's
yeah.
like one of the, he's basically the computer guy in one of the checkpoints where Norman
Yeah.
goes and drops off supplies. Yeah.
There's him, and then Guillermo del Toro. He's the bad guy, right? He's like the evil guy in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he has like a bunch of famous people in the game. Keanu Reeves is going to be somebody in the game.
Oh, we know he
Should be
is.
a
Yeah.
fucking Easter egg or something. Play us. The whole time, the baby is Keanu.
That's who
The
it was
BB
whole
is
time.
Keanu, and it's connected to Cyberpunk 2077. Everything's connected, guys. Whoa.
Well, when you guys get it too, I want to know which one you guys are gonna play it on the super baby mode, where it just gives you the cinematic story and you don't really have to do anything.
Just
we
don't
talk about
do
next
nothing,
week.
just-
It's the
You
super
just
easy
watch
mode.
cutscenes.
You get a bowl of popcorn out
watch
and
the
just put your feet up on the desk and go.
That's kind of weird, right? Why would you make that mode? Like, do you just not want people? Like, do you think people are gonna get frustrated with your bullshit ladder mechanic or something?
Well, didn't they say something
Fuck
like it was
this.
for the people who didn't really have time to put into a game but wanted to experience the game or the story?
I guess, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I just I don't know what to think of this game, man. I don't know what to think of it. Hideo Kojima, fucking genius guy. Who would have thought? Who would have thought you can leave ladders behind and load things on your character and have him fall over if the things are not loaded right? Who would have thought?
Well,
of
I'm
that?
just glad that a ladder extends because having a ladder in your backpack really might throw your weight off a little bit. At least if you can compress it a little bit, it might.
Some mighty ladder. But you can carry it in your hands, man. You don't have to carry it in your backpack. You can carry it in your hands.
There you go.
Future tech of gaming. Balanced
You
technology.
can see the character running at the ladder, kind of swinging around as he's running.
Anyway, another news. Xbox Phil Spencer, boss of Xbox machines, says he has now played the first games on Project Scarlet. Oh, shit.
Gears of War 5. No.
Say that one more time,
It
dude.
says here, Spencer's casual mention of this time with Scarlet came during his Destiny 2 mixer stream with Bungie CEO Pete Parsons. It says here that the pair sat down to play a Bungie bounty together. Spencer, who is a known Destiny fan, spent most of his time gushing over the game, but casually stated, I played my first games on Project Scarlet this week. He just Just kind of just dropped that, but he didn't mention anything else, Gunny. What do you think he means by these comments?
Maybe some. I'm curious if they were. Yeah, if it was like a Gears 5 thing, or if it was some other new exclusive IP that we don't know about. Maybe some Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, some Cyberpunk. I wonder, man. I wonder. You probably would be able to You probably would be able to play Cyberpunk if you wanted to, right?
And I wonder too. I wonder if he's playing on an 8K monitor device.
He probably has an 8K TV in his house. He probably has enough money.
He's probably got 2 of them in there.
I have 2 90-inch 8K TVs in my living room, and I have 1 in my bedroom. Cause fuck you guys. I'm rich, bitch.
It just pops out my wall.
Fucking Phil Spencer. I'm rich, bitch.
That's gonna be Phil's new saying, right?
I got 2 Lamborghinis, motherfucker. No, but he's not as rich as the other dude. What was the other dude? The dude who owned the Blazers and shit? Paul Allen?
Oh.
Was it Paul Allen? The dude who ran Microsoft. He was one of the founders of Microsoft. Fucking
Yeah.
He owned like the Blazers and he owned like the Supersonics and shit. He owned a bunch of teams.
You never hear about him anymore. I wonder if he's still
I think he
around.
passed away, didn't he?
Did he? Yeah, because it's still.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he passed away
Yeah.
like a few years ago or something. Or a year ago, yeah, October 15th he passed away. But yeah, he was rich as
I wonder
fuck.
if Bill
dude.
got all that money.
$20 billion is how much he was worth.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah, he owned the Blazers and shit. I remember he always had like a reserved courtside seat at the Blazers game. You can see his seat right there. Like, well, that's where Paul Allen comes and sit down whenever he wants to watch the game. Yeah,
Amazing.
must be
And
nice.
Bill Gates just like still like probably holds the #1 spot, for being the richest in America.
Yeah.
Him and a couple others.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Bill Gates is #1, right? Who was?
Yeah. And he spends his days just giving his money away.
Well, he probably makes as much money as he gives away every day.
Yeah.
No, the richest person in America, Gunny, you're wrong. It's Jeff Bezos from Amazon.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, rich motherfucker here. $131 billion.
I thought it was that guy that owns that Berkshire Hathaway. But
Nope. Jeff Bezos, $131 billion.
damn.
He just made another $50 million in those 2 seconds we mentioned his name.
Wow.
In other news, what do we have here? More news. I'm trying to look at news, guys. I'm sorry for the people listening. I don't know if I could find any more news.
No, that's all I could gather before the show.
I remember I saw the video of that scooter.
Besides the one you mentioned.
I saw the video of the scooter in Death Stranding. You see the video of that? That little hoverboard?
Yeah,
thing?
I did. I watched the short tweet of it on
You
Twitter.
can put stuff on it or you can ride it. You can jump on it and take off. Fuck it. Taking off with my scooter.
It didn't look very useful. I just watched him go down a short hill, so I thought I gotta walk down there faster.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see when the game comes out if there's gonna be a larger mountain I can ski down.
Anyways.
I don't think I want to put my stuff on it and be away from it.
I don't know, man. I guess we'll buy the game for the listeners. We'll tell you guys how good it is. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck are these guys talking about? Babies and BBs and BTs and CDs and GGs and TKs and DKs."
I'll have to wait for your review.
Who knows?
Jesus,
It might be a better.
Because I can't buy it over here. It's a Sony exclusive.
Hey.
Remember? Yeah. You Sony
You get
too.
yourself a PS4 there. What are you saying, Gunny?
No, I was gonna say. I remember you really liked that Metal Gear Solid 5, right? That was Kojima's
That was
last
fun,
Metal Gear.
Yeah, it was fun. I never finished
Yeah.
it, but it was fun when I played.
But that was a shooter, military shooter, so with some quirks to it.
But this is not a military shooter. This is a walking simulator with guns.
Yeah, this is gonna be a little different. Yeah.
This is a fucking walking simulator with a baby attached to you. You gotta worry about. Make sure you don't kill the baby. I wonder what happens if you...
Lots of responsibilities.
It sounds like a dad simulator, doesn't it?
A little bit, right? But in the future.
Dad simulator in 100 years from now. Yeah, pretty much.
And your car is broken. Get a good pair of shoes.
There's no more cars. The generations before you ruined the planet. There's no cars left. Dun, dun, dun. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fucking crazy. Anyways.
Yeah, check out more from the Tokyo Game Show. There was like a 45-minute presentation, like you said. A lot of it I skipped over today watching that. It was more about Norman and him just being at his base and getting drunk and looking at himself in the mirror and just some stupid stuff.
Yeah, I didn't really answer much, but I mean, I guess it's there. You can see the type of gameplay, I guess. Some gameplay. Elements. Yeah.
So he just keeps releasing a little more each time, which is probably just to show Sony that I'm making it. It's happening.
Well, I got one more piece of news for you guys here. One last piece of news. Borderlands 3 piece of news, Gunny.
Better be positive.
So Borderlands 3 Super Deluxe Edition is now available for 89 euros, 89.99 euros, and on the PS4 and Xbox One, at 84.99 on the PC. And this includes all the bonus digital content of the Deluxe Edition, plus the Borderlands 3 Season Pass, which includes 4 campaign DLC packs featuring new stories, missions, and challenges. The butt stallion weapon skins, weapon trinkets, and grenade mods. But beginning September 17th, 2019, 3 days from now, the digital versions are going to go up in price.
Oh.
So they're going to go up to 104 euros on each platform. Why the fuck do you have it on sale for like the first week? That's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, it's
An introductory offer. I mean, that's not
I can
something.
see if they would at least done it like you can get it on sale while it's on pre-order, and then when it released, it would go more expensive.
Right.
That would have made a little more sense than making it go on sale afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, are we going to get the year-end edition 3 months from now?
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Whatever their marketing is doing.
Super Deluxe Edition on GameStop. That's $100 digital. To the collector's edition was $250.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
You're gonna buy that
that's
edition, aren't you,
expensive.
Jesus? You said yourself you buy all the
I just
collector's
bought it.
editions.
I just bought it.
Yeah, I figured you probably did. So what fun toys did you get with that one? Because I know like the which game gave you the drone? Gears gave you the drone for like 220 or 240 or something like that.
No, that was Call of Duty, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah, that was
Was
COD.
that Call of Duty? For some
Yeah,
reason
Call
I
of
was
Duty gave you
thinking
the
that was
drone.
Gears,
And they're
but there was like a 200 version
Yeah.
of Gears 5 too, wasn't there? Didn't I see a $200 version in GameStop? When
I think so. I think because Ryan got that. It was the. Now I'm trying to think of what it was. It was the chest that he got with it.
Yeah, you got a chest. He had the chest last time, didn't he?
Yes.
He was talking about Borderlands 2. He bought like the case or the big chest or something.
Right. So it came with a bunch of artwork and all some other stuff. Yep. Yeah.
It's all garbage, dudes. I mean, unless you're a fan, I guess. Maybe. It's worth it. Oh, and also Anthem got an
Catch a
update.
ride.
And Anthem got an update, Gunny. Big news.
Oh yeah, I saw that came to
Yeah, came
Origins.
to everything, yeah. Big.
I just assumed it was always on there, but that's kind of weird.
No.
I guess that was the target
It's part of the
time.
premium or the premiere on EA. EA Premiere on the PC, but it wasn't available on
EA
the
Access.
EA Access, the $5 version. So now,
Right.
I guess now it's available on the EA Access.
Yes.
Which is
Okay, maybe I
wild.
read that wrong. I just assumed it was the premiere.
But not just
But
that.
okay, EA Access makes
Not
sense.
just that, the game also got like a major update, like a major overhaul to like the cosmetics and everything in the game got like a huge update.
Yeah,
Is
I know
anyone
Jonathan
still
10 Point said,
playing
hey, it's fun
Anyone
again.
still playing
but-
it? I don't know. It's kind of like this game came out this year, it was so hyped up, and no one's playing it. It's kind of weird.
Well, I wonder with the update if they just kind of reset things where you're not going to be able to level up so quickly and be done with it in 2 weeks. You want to kind of... I mean, that kind of defeats the point, right? You want to be able to You want to play this for at least 2 months, 3 months?
Never, Gunny. 2
You
days.
want that slow grind.
2 days.
But where's the fun in that with multiplayer?
Don't tell
or
me what's
that
fun or
PvE?
what isn't. How fucking dare you? You motherfucker.
That game is not fun. Huh.
Anyways.
So I'm in the same boat. Don't play it.
Next, move on now, Gunny. Let's talk about what PlayStation Plus has to offer in the console corner. PlayStation Plus and the Xbox, both giving you free games, or I guess not free if you're paying for their subscriptions, but if you pay for PlayStation Plus, which is the equivalent of Xbox Live Gold on the PlayStation, you get some games this month, Gunny, right?
That's right. So I thought, since it is mid-September, I thought I would include all the games you're getting for
Tell
the
me,
month.
what games are we getting?
So for the PlayStation Plus, you are getting Batman Arkham Knight and something I haven't played yet, but I've downloaded, Darksiders 3.
Darksiders 3 is pretty new. Didn't that game just come out like last December?
Yeah, I want to say that
January?
game's like 6 months old. I had a friend that played through it and beat it.
And it got low reviews and it just never took off. It's also trying to think of the so I want to try it out. I have it downloaded. I just got to get time to get in there, but with all these other new games coming out,
Arkham Knight's a good game.
time
Arkham
into
Knight, I think it's been free on the Xbox before, but it's a good Batman game. It's not as good as Spider-Man in terms of a superhero game, but it used to be like the top standard of games for superheroes.
I hear
Wasn't
you're
it?
in the car a lot.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Like they integrate the car a lot in this Batman Arkham Knight. The car is like the main thing in the game. Like you fucking drive. It's a badass car. I mean, don't get me wrong. The car is fucking legit.
The Batmobile.
But
I forgot
but
what
it's legit because they do
call
a
it.
few scenes in the game where like say like you go into a room and like somebody's holding a hostage, right? Like they have guns to like these hostages' heads, and like it's pretty badass because all of a sudden it tells you like press square to call in the Batmobile, and like you kind of like hear the Batmobile like creeping up behind them. You see it in the glass behind them, and all you see is like these dudes with like guns on the hostages' heads, and you're standing there like, back away, Batman, you know, like we got you this time or whatever. They think they got you, like, you know, they think you're pretty much fucked. Then it does like that movie scene shit where like the Batmobile creeps up behind them and it locks onto all of them with like the lasers. It just fucking takes them all out, like pew 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 pew. It fucking just takes them everywhere. It's like the machine's gonna go off and it just fucking kills everyone. It's fucking legit. You're like, fuck yeah, Batman, bitch.
Yeah,
Woo!
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. I kill everyone. Yeah, and then you just kill everyone like a fucking badass, Gunny. It makes you feel good. It's a good game.
Yeah.
Okay. Gunny's not talking anymore. He decided to stop talking to me.
Wait,
It's not like me.
he don't like Batman evidently.
He must does not be a Batman fan, I guess.
I do. I just have some distractions, so
Tell your distractions to go away, Gunny. God damn it, you.
I'm trying to.
And Darksiders 3 is the sequel to Darksiders 2 and Darksiders 1, which is based on like the Four Horsemen or whatever. Right?
Yeah, I played one. I think I finished the first one, but I never finished the second
It's
one.
got a lot of puzzles in it. Kind of reminds me of like a Tomb Raider game where you got a lot of puzzle solving to do, figure out how to get through an area. You won't be able to cross a certain area unless you get some ability, but it doesn't really tell you need this ability. You gotta like figure it out. So it's one of those games where you may have to come back to an area later once you get that ability.
One of those. One of those. Fucking tomatoes.
I think I like the Xbox versions better. What they're offering up for us here.
Yeah. So did you guys talk
No,
about
not yet.
those
No,
at
no.
all?
Talk about the Xbox one.
All right. So, because I had some distractions, I apologize.
Yeah.
So, for the Xbox One, we have Hitman, the first complete
Fuck,
season.
that's good.
So that was that the 2016? Is that the... Because we're already into Hitman 2,
Yeah, we're in
right,
season-
at this point, for
Yeah,
2019?
Hitman 2, I guess you're
So-
right. Yeah, we're into the...
2017 maybe is when that Hitman reboot came out. That is really
It is
good.
really
I would
fucking
periodically go back during the week
It's really fucking good, man. Like,
and
if
play.
you're a fan of Hitman, the original Hitman, like Hitman Contracts, Blood Money, and all those original Hitman whatever games, not Hitman Absolution. Don't count that one. In the Hitman series, Hitman Absolution is fucking garbage. That game doesn't count in my head.
No, I thought it was really good.
Fuck you.
Thought it was
Fuck
good.
you. It's not a Hitman
Gunny
game. It's a
would,
fucking.
right?
It's
It
a
didn't
fucking.
have much on
It's
the
a fucking corridor
replayability.
shooter. It's not a Hitman game. A Hitman game puts you in a level and lets you kill people however you want to kill them, and it makes you.
But it had a really good story.
But it makes you figure it out. Oh yeah, I guess. But I mean, they could have had that story, and had you do the missions like you normally do them in like this other game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the missions were small. They could have been larger for you to kill.
For
in different
example,
ways.
like in the new Hitman, in Hitman 2, there's a level, or maybe it would have been in Hitman first season. There's a level you're like in the Middle East, right? And like they have these missions that like make it really hard for you because they have like somebody chasing you in the game. Like you have a target to kill, and there's like an AI in the game that you don't know who it is, but their job is to kill you. So you're always watching your back as you're playing the game because you're like, fuck, somebody's chasing me, somebody's after me, somebody's coming after me. And you don't know who the fuck it is. Then next thing you know, this guy shows up looking like Michael Myers. He just chases you through the whole map.
Yeah.
He fucking kills you. And like, it's fucking cool, man. You know? Hitman Absolution didn't have that shit. You wouldn't be able to do something like that. It's just not as good, in my opinion. But Hitman, the complete first season, amazing fucking deal right there. Get it, people, and play it.
Yeah, and it looks beautiful if you're playing on console.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. I'm sure it's optimized for PC as well. But the next game we have is this one. It's called We Were Here, and I looked this up, and it's a free to play on Steam. So I don't know why it's like not just a free to play on Xbox. It looks like a lame puzzle game, but then you're on a walkie-talkie with one other person to get you through these corridor puzzly
Is this a
places
situation where the game just came out on consoles, so they're giving it away on the Xbox Live with Gold?
I never thought of that. I didn't actually look to see if that's what the case was.
Because you're right. It says here, PC release date, February 3rd, 2017.
Yeah, so it might have been an introductory console
And
free
it
to
says
play,
here,
especially if it's free on Steam.
it's only available on the Xbox and Xbox console launch exclusive.
Okay, yeah, they do that, right? PlayStation does it as
Release date September 16th.
but it's for a lot of games that that are kind of.
So it is
about,
coming
so.
out. It's coming out on launch day for the Xbox One. Games with Gold.
Yes. So, and I think that'll be by the time you hear this, it should be out. And for the Xbox 360, which are mostly everything is backwards compatible, so you will get them to play those on your Xbox One, and that is Earth Defense Force 2025.
How are these games?
So for you Earth Defense Force fans, are you one of them,
actually, I was just going to ask, how are these games? I've never played any of them, actually.
I haven't played any recently, but I did play one of them back on the Xbox 360, and it was okay. Like, they're not the greatest looking games, but they're think of it like you kind of get these horde modes, and you go to a certain area in the city, and you fight a bunch of, basically they're ants. They just call them bugs,
Like a wave survival kind of thing.
That's all you're doing is just shooting bugs.
It's a fun multiplayer, right? I'm assuming it's co-op.
Spiders, ants, and spiders.
Shoot 'em up.
Yep.
I don't know if it's fun. It's okay.
And some of them are like ants or spiders with wings, so you
mixing
got to
it up
fight
a
them in the
little
sky
bit.
They're
too.
in a big mech, man.
Oh, see, mechs are fun. Ghost Nico loves mechs. Maybe Ghost will play it with me.
Pinpoint likes mechs.
It's a very Japanesey game. Put it that way.
Yeah,
Yes.
One step forward, two steps
they
back.
had one come out.
Very hack and slash. Very, there's bugs with wings that show up and shoot lasers out of their eyes and shit and fucking weird shit.
I want to say they gave away another Earth Defense Force game on Xbox
Oh,
over a
they
month
did,
ago.
yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not that good. So I played it and I was like, oh, this is kind of dated. So hopefully this one's a little newer and it holds up better. But our next game and our last game from Xbox 360 backwards compatible is Tekken Tag Tournament. I don't know if anybody has ever played a Tekken game. I've played them back in like the good old days in the arcade, like a cabinet style type, but never really on a console. So, hey, but if you're into that, you like your fighters,
Yeah,
there you go. Here's your games on your
I
consoles,
can't believe they're
folks.
still giving away games on the 360.
Well, that was the thing. They I mean, that's the one thing Phil said. He held true. He's like, no, we're just going to give them away. They're going to be backwards compatible.
These
You're
are
getting 4
not
games
backwards
a month.
compatible, though, because they shut down the backwards compatible program, though, right?
No. I mean, no. You still play them. They still emulate to the Xbox One.
But I thought Microsoft said they're going to stop adding games to the backwards compatible list. So
oh, I think we did
we
read an
read an
article
article
on that.
about that. So are these games coming out on Xbox Live with Gold? Is that an exception? Are they still backwards compatible, or is it they're just for 360 now?
Yeah, so maybe there's a point where they will stop, or we'll hear about it when they.
Well, they already said it, Gunny. They said it this year. Like they were like,
No.
they were like,
What they
we're stopping with this one game. Remember they said it like a month ago or 2 months ago. They were like, this is the last game on backwards compatible list. And I forget what game it was, but they already said, like they said it.
Okay, I'm trying to think back to the article here, and I believe they said they're slowing down. Or things might be on hold with Scarlet.
That's why they said they're focusing on Scarlet, so they stopped it.
Yeah.
See, it says here right
Yeah,
here. Look,
but-
it says right here. I got the article. Microsoft delivered last batch of backwards compatible games for the Xbox One, June 10, 2019.
But see, that makes sense also with streaming games, right? There's not going to be much of a need for. I mean, if we're going to emulate, it's just going to be straight up from a website or something.
I'm just guessing this is probably already backwards compatible, and they're just giving it away now. Like it was already been
right.
done.
It's still
and-
a program that
and
was
they
in
might not be
effect.
added anymore, but they're gonna still maybe continue to give away some free games that can be backwards played. So like you continue
I'm
to
sure
get some
they've-
value.
Yeah, they've got a good batch of games already saved up
Maybe
in the
that's
bank.
a way of keeping these games alive a little bit too. Get some people to play them by giving them out for free.
Yeah. Yeah, good deal. So,
Yeah, okay. Woo.
all right.
Moving on now.
I think it's time for community questions.
Any questions? Leave questions in the Facebook group or Discord. Do we have any on Discord?
Yeah, we did.
We do. We have one or two
Oh,
from
shit. I'm
Discord.
surprised people remember it and post.
Matter of fact, it was actually, I didn't, but Pork Chop Poo, he was kind enough to just go ahead and throw one in there because he knows we record on Saturday evenings.
Nice.
Thank you, Pork Chop. Let's see. He wants to know. I thought he had a different question, but here we go. He says, anyone hyped for the new Left 4 Dead style Resident Evil?
Yeah, like I said last week when we talked about it, I think it'll be cool. Yeah.
There's a... So I gave... I'm sorry, just before you came on, I did give the link to Mayo because they did have a trailer, I think, that may have came out yesterday for the Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah.
And it showed some... I don't know. Would you call it gameplay?
Yeah,
or
I would call it gameplay.
maybe just more cinematics or a trailer?
Yeah.
But
Looks a lot like Left 4 Dead.
for me, it looked like... Yeah, it's Resident Evil, Project Resistance. It reminded me of like a Left 4 Dead meets Darwin Project. Did you get that too? Because one of the things they showed was where, hey, if you're the director... I don't think they actually said those words, where you could kind of make those decisions where the 4 people, maybe what corridor they
Yeah,
go
like,
down. So this would be great for
you can
streamers.
make it harder for the group or whatever. So that would
Yeah.
be kind of neat if you could do it as a
It sounds like
streamer.
Darwin
You'll
Project.
close down a corridor or
Yeah.
a section. Yep, a wing.
Release the Nemesis.
Yeah, I saw Mr.
You
X
throw
in
the
there.
Nemesis at these motherfuckers and be like, yeah, I'll throw Mr. X at him. Guess, is Mr. X part of the Nemesis program? Is that what it is?
What Resident Evil game was it? I'm trying to think of the one that I told you I had a hell of a time playing. Raccoon City?
Operation Raccoon City?
Yeah. Was he in that? Because I never made it past the
I
first
don't know.
stage before I
I
almost
know the
broke the disc in
Nemesis was
half.
in that one. and they had a bunch of like the liquors or whatever on it. Yeah, this trailer looks cool as shit. I'm excited.
Yeah, it looks kind of like I'm thinking it's going to be more
action oriented.
We're not going to know. I guess we won't. If it's going to be like a Darwin type thing, project game, where we're not going to know what the director. We'll know like where he or she shuts down a certain thing, but I think it'll be fun to stream it. Jesus, what do you think?
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Can you imagine being like stuck in a fucking, or like if they integrate Mixer, that fucking Mixer shit where you can like make
some
have people vote on
well.
shit. You know, people spend sparks to throw Mr. X in the fucking room. Have Mr. X chase him down the hallway. Spend 10,000 sparks. Some people do that shit. That'd be fucking sick.
Kind of like they did with Deep Rock, you know, like when I would watch and I could spin sparks and I could spawn different enemies. I did see some like bear traps you can put down, you know, that would cause an issue, but you could just like drop like a Mr. X or a Nemesis or something, you know.
Fuck yeah,
put a bunch of bear traps down by
in their fucking hallway into the next room, or some crazy shit, or like have their next room only have like a pistol. That's it. They only get pistols. They don't get anything else.
Or make it so they have to go back to the original Resident Evil controls. It's like a deep. You can only turn like a quarter at a time.
Oh, great.
Oh, fuck. That
make insane.
Everybody trying to fight and they're turning like barely, you know.
Hey, do you remember in Left 4 Dead? I don't know if it was just one or if it was the same thing like in Left 4 Dead 2, where, you know, when one of your partners dies in the game. Remember when they came back, like after, like it was a timeout, and you had to like go to a door, like you know, in a building to let them out, right? That's how they. That would be cool, like in this game where it's like, no, I'm already back in the game. You just got to let me out of the door. You're just trying to make it to that door. That'd just be epic.
Okay, I look forward to it. I'll see what they can do here. I'm excited for this, and I'm excited for Operation Outbreak by Rainbow Six team. So
yeah, we haven't heard much from them. I'm hoping to get an email from them for a beta.
That'd be so sick, dude. I look forward to that, because that mode with when they came, because that mode was kind of in that Rainbow Six Siege a few months ago. They had it for like a week or something, or a month. That mode was really fucking cool, and it was really well done for like a month mode. Even like I think I was playing with Brink or something, and I was like, Brink, like this seems like too well done to be like a monthly, like a 1 month, a one-time thing. You know what I mean? It was way too well done. It had its own maps, had its own intro cutscenes, its own exit cutscenes. You had to escort the doctor out and shit. Like it seemed like too well done to be like a 1 month event thing. I think it was just them gauging how interested the Rainbow Six people would be in that mode. You know what I mean? Because that shit was fun. It was really cool.
Yeah, good stuff. But our next question comes from Shiloh Jocelyn. Wants to know, when are you going to get those cool dudes from Mom's Basement Gaming on your podcast? Hey, what's going on?
I'm not sure.
Hey, we'll reach out to you, Shiloh.
Yeah.
We'll definitely reach out to you.
We'll reach out to...
Get you on the show. Because this is a community show. This is where we get there.
Reach out to us. How about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Message us.
All right.
Our next one from Jonathan Arcelo. Nipron, what's up, dude? He wants to know, what's your most embarrassing moment while working? Mine was on the first day of the job in a DNA storage facility. They told me to wear something formal on my first day, and they had me working in a freezer.
Fucking dicks. Put him in a fucking...
He's over there in a wife beater and like
he's over there wearing like a fucking
no
a
socks.
button-up shirt with fucking slacks or whatever in a fucking freezer. Like, can you imagine that?
Oh,
that sucks. Most embarrassing day in a work while working. I'm trying to think.
I can't really think of anything either. No, I've been working for a long time.
Yeah.
Same here.
And nothing jumps out. Like,
oh, I do have one. I think Mayo would really appreciate this one too. It's something I think back to to quite often. So we had those, the Raymond, you got this, whatever they call them, the single pallet movers, and then you have the doubles, like the extra long forks, right? So this is back in you figure I'm 21 at this point, probably 22, and I remember it was really a hot summer day, and it was the end of the workday, so it was just me moving pallets, because I wasn't like assigned to. I was a bulk puller, so I wasn't assigned to like actual, like a Raymond style, crown forklifts, and so I have to come down this ramp to like put the pallets like around the corner, like outside. It's something I do at the end of the day periodically, and so I get a stack of pallets and I put it like in the middle, and I think, okay, well it's balanced, right? It's not going to ruin my forks, but it's a little too high. So I start coming down like the ramp to go outside, and the pallets like slide over and basically like almost try to topple over me, right? So then you figure what happens is with these handles is it goes forward, and it's supposed to stop, right, as a safety feature, right, as you lift up on the handles. Well, what happened was that all worked out pretty good, but then what happened is I went way forward, so then that opens up, releases the brake again. So I'm like going slowly down this hill, right, with all these pallets crushing me, and the mechanic is over there just watching this whole scene unfold and just watching it like shocked,
what he's doing.
And I could actually look up and see him watching me as the pallet oh man, it was really embarrassing because I got to the bottom and I was able to wiggle my way out of it. I mean, luckily I wasn't crushed, but yeah, that was embarrassing. Embarrassing enough for me. So, I felt like an idiot. Yeah. And luckily I wasn't hurt. I think because the pallets came down slowly on top of me, they didn't just quite crush me.
Damn, Gunny. Damn.
Yeah, I'll never forget that moment. That was fun. And I just kind of looked up, and I'm looking at him, and he's over there just kind of like giving me that meme nod, like just kind of like, all right, you wiggled your way out,
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, idiot.
I can't think of an embarrassing moment. Yeah, I just can't think of one.
Yeah, me either. Like, I'm just trying to just come up with even something like even in the last,
I could
10
tell you
years.
about some crazy shit that happened at my work this week.
I'm the same way. Not this week, but I can tell you about some crazy stories.
So Monday we go to work, right, and we work in a machine shop. So we have our programs on our computer and our servers and shit. We have a server that everything's saved to. And over the weekend, some Chinese hacker hacked it. So he proceeded to delete everything off our company server. So all the programs we needed to pull up to like machine stuff, because you pull up the programs, and that's how you input that into like the big machine. That tells the machine what to do, like how to cut things or whatever. It's all fucking math. But you just input these numbers into the machine. But this fucking asshole, this Chinese hacker, went into every single thing we had on our server, everything that he could get, and deleted everything. Just fucking changed everything to like weird letters and numbers and Chinese symbols and not even like symbols that we like could recognize, just like random symbols like triangles, circles, squares, dots, numbers, fucking. And he changed everything in our server, dude. It was fucking crazy.
I'm curious if are you guys like on what I used to always consider it as an intranet?
What do you mean?
You know what that means? Like you're logged in under your company's credentials, but you still have access to all your, like your main server and all these
that's
other
what
things.
happened. They hijacked one of the.
How did the hell did they get into those things? That's what blows my mind.
One of the persons that works for us, he lives in Montana, so somehow we think that they somehow hijacked his connection into our server, and were able to use his username because he was an admin, so he could log into all the server stuff. And they just deleted everything. And the weird thing, the funny and crazy thing, the only thing that was readable on the email or on the server, like on all the files, was this one email address, and it was like Bitcoin1 at foxmail.com.
No.
and we look up foxmail.com, like what server, like what mail address server is this, like, and guess what company owns it, Mayo?
You're not gonna say
Yes.
Tencent, are you?
Yes.
Oh.
Tencent owns it. So we knew it was a Chinese hacker because Tencent owns the email server thing or whatever. And we're like, these motherfuckers, dude.
He's probably
yeah,
a
they pretty
PC
much went in
gamer
there.
with Epic account. I'm kidding. But
They hacked everything, dude, and it was fucked up, man, because we had, like, legit, we had no programs left to, like, we couldn't run shit. Like, luckily, we could run what we had already running from the week before, but, like, some of the stuff was a bitch. It was hard, but thankfully we had everything backed up and we got it going. So, yeah.
Oh, good.
But Chinese hackers attack American businesses, guys, just letting you know.
Damn.
They do it.
Yeah.
And they send you an email telling you they want Bitcoin.
to let you know.
Hey, remember Jesus also, another thing, and this might be helpful for some people out there that may or may not know this, but was it you that posted about these scammers that do the Apple
Oh,
thing?
yeah, dude. I got an email the other day that says, like, your Apple account password has been reset. Log in here. No, it says your Apple account has been flagged for security. Log in here with your Apple credentials to avoid your account being locked. And if you don't log in within 24 hours, your account will be locked out. Funny thing is, I saw this email like 5 days after they sent it, so I knew it was a scam. But, yeah, like, it's crazy, man, because, like, the email looks legit, Gunny. It looks like an email from
It does.
Apple. Like,
So
it looks like Apple
So
would send
the
it.
one that, my wife, she does computers every day, and she's well aware of, like, to be cautious of scams and things like these.
Yeah.
But, okay, so what happens is she'll get those emails where, like I said, everything looks legit, and it'll say, hey, you bought this game for $7.99 on iTunes or, on the Apple
get in
Store.
to verify the purchase.
Yeah, so right away
Yeah.
she's always like, "Oh, I just need to get in there and see what Gunny
What
bought."
did Kyle buy?
I'm always like, "Whoa, hold on a minute. No, do not click those
Yeah,
things."
actually, I got
dude,
one of
you gotta-
those.
It's almost
one of
got
those
her
a while
twice.
back. We were
She
at a
gets them all the
bookstore,
time.
and I happened to look at my phone, and I had an email saying, confirming my my Apple purchase on my Apple account, and I haven't had an Apple account since like the first gen iPod. So I'm like, this can't be right. So then, I have the mobile app for my banking account, so I just looked at my banking account, and I'm like, all right, there's no transactions that come out of it. I'm just going to ignore it. Well, then I got another one like a couple of weeks later for another, like different amount. And so I just actually called Apple and was like, hey, what is this charge supposedly? Because it's not coming out of my account. I'm pretty sure it's fake.
Yeah.
And they actually have a website you can actually report it, and they have me upload the email address and everything to them. So, and I never got anything since. So.
And I got to say, Apple, the actual Apple customer care is really good. Like, you get to actually talk to somebody that
Apple,
knows
yeah, they know their
what's
shit,
going on.
dude.
Because I've called them before on things like where, and I'm sure Android might be a little bit different, but you call them up and say, hey, I don't think I bought a game. I think I bought a subscription, because that's something you got to be careful about too. Like, hey, here's something for this game for $5.99, but then you realize, no, that's monthly, right? It doesn't. I think it's a little predatory in some ways, but where it's like, okay, but they make it difficult for you to actually go back in and unsubscribe before you get charged the $5.99, whatever it might be. So yeah, just be careful out there.
Yeah.
I think I'm glad she actually asked me about it first, because she's almost clicked on that link several times.
Man, that links, those are dangerous, because can you imagine how many people actually fall for those links? You know what I mean? People that are not even old people, but teenagers or little kids I could see falling for that. You know what I mean? If you have a fucking 12-year-old that has an iPhone and like, what the fuck is this? They would click on it and log in, and next thing you know, your shit's been fucking hacked. Now your Apple account is locked. Good thing is, though, Apple will work with you to get your account back.
Yeah, they're pretty
very
good
about it. They actually, as long as they can verify you're you. Because one time I called them and I couldn't verify. I couldn't remember the answer to the stupid fucking security question, and the lady's like, "Sir, what street did you grow up on?" And I'm like, 23rd Street, and they're like, "That's not the right answer." So I'm like, "Fuck." I'm like, 22nd Street. Like, "Sorry, sir, you did not spell it. Like, how did you spell it?" And I'm like, "No, like, did I write it out or did I spell it out?" They're like, "We can't tell you that. You have to know." I'm like, "Fuck." I'm like, "Give me a hint." She's like,
Give me a hint.
Yeah.
That's
Hint
gonna
number
help.
2.
This guy doesn't seem suspicious at all.
Sounds like
She like legit would not give me anything, dude. She was like straight up like, "No, sorry, sir, we cannot confirm this is you. We have to hang up the call." I'm like, "You motherfucker, dude." She's like, "You can call back and try again." And I sure as hell called back and tried again, and then we tried something else. And there's different ways they can confirm you're you. They can email you, they can call you, they can verify your address.
they can text
They
you.
can text you. They can text you. They can text you on your computer. Shit. If you have an iMac, they can be like, "We'll message you on your Mac right now. Just turn it on." It's like, okay. they do all kinds of shit. They're pretty fucking connected to your shit. So yeah.
You hear that, Mayo? Apple Life, baby.
That's right. Apple Life, Mayo.
That's what it's about.
Woo! They won't give your passwords away.
They, Apple Life, they specialize in emails. I mean, that's their expertise.
I was just for our listeners out there, I was gushing over the Apple broadcast this past.
Oh, did you see the new iPhone? The
Or
iPhone
Monday.
11 and 11 Pro.
Yeah, and the new iPad iOS
I don't think the new
or OS.
iPhone 11 looks good, man. I'll stick with my SX for a while, I think.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, look, I'm still at a 7. My 7's great. I have no issues with it other than, when they first sold it to me, it was broken, but fixed it for free, so I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Once they make like a 10, it's going to be something reasonable that I can trade in for a good price.
What do you mean the 10? It's
have
already,
this
we're
storage.
at 11, Gunny. What are you talking about?
You know what?
Get caught up
I
with the
know,
times
I'm
over
going
here,
to be
Mr.
behind
Apple.
the curve
Get away with
on
the Gunny. We're at
phones.
11. What are you talking about 10, Gunny? Come on. No,
All
but yeah, the new iPhone looks. I mean, it looks all right. I'm not a big fan of the 3 big cameras in the back. Like, why the fuck? What's the big deal about these cameras? Like, why does everyone lose their shit over these Apple? Like, is everyone like?
Oh, I can tell you.
Gunny, is
if you
everyone
ever
a
go-
photographer?
Yes, if you ever been to, I've been to Disneyland one time.
Is that everyone
Oh my
buys
gosh,
iPhones to go to Disneyland?
A certain race loves those things. Oh man, they had them out like iPads, iPhones out there, big giant Kodak cameras. Yeah, I never seen so many iPads in my life, and it was crazy.
Right, teenage girls, I can't seem to get my daughters to put theirs away. Like, they're always taking selfies, always taking pictures, nonstop.
Yeah,
I can't.
Right, so I mean, the better it looks.
I don't see the fascination with like the big fucking cameras. I'm like, what? Why do I give a fuck about a camera? Your camera's been good. You can now shoot 4K video in 60 frames a second.
Right.
It's like, what the fuck? Who wants to do that?
Hey, so I made, Jesus, I'm sure you probably saw it today. I made the root beer rum slushies today. Okay, well, with a kid, I didn't make it with rum, by the way. But we made root beer slushies with ice. And so I went to take a picture of it so I can post it in different groups and different people. And he's like, wait, dude, you got to put the camera in HD first. I'm like,
whoa, in HDR mode or whatever?
HDR mode. That's what it was.
Goodness, like, what is this?
Old man was
this
over here was
new
like, I
tech?
don't know this thing.
Back in my day, our Kodak used to press the little button and roll back the film thing and press the little button.
I remember that. You had to
You
like
wait for the little
crank it.
the green light to turn on and you press flash, motherfucker.
No, back in Gunny's day, it
Press the
printed
click-
out an instant
click
picture.
Yeah, Brendan. No, they have those nowadays
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
I
yeah.
bought a camera
Yeah, my
for
daughter
my.
has one.
I bought it for my daughter.
Yeah.
One of those fucking stupid ass little cameras.
Polaroid.
Dude, the camera's cheap. The camera's like $50, but the film is where they get you. They give you like.
Yeah, they
We'll
nail
give
you
you
with it.
10 photos for $20.
And it's like a 2x2
Thank you for buying this.
photo.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is this shit? What is this fucking garbage?
My daughter loves hers.
Anyways. Yeah, my
All
daughter
right.
does too. And then she doesn't want the regular fucking photo frame thing, the white one. She wants the one with all the colors on it.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Extra $40.
Bullshit. Anyways, good. Next question.
All right, next one. We still have another one from Jonathan Nybron. He wants to know, hey, if you were to create your own Borderlands gun, what would it be?
A gun that shoots crabs.
A crab gun.
I was thinking like cosmetically or something, but because I was thinking like maybe that M249 machine gun.
Okay.
I always think back to like Wolfenstein, Young Blood, New Blood, Old Blood.
Some blood. Okay.
Because was that Machine Gun Games or whoever made that game those guns are amazing. So I'd love to take that, bring that into like Borderlands, and just I don't know. I'm just thinking like I want to do like a Rainbow Six Siege thing, where you can even use charms in this game. I forgot about that. This game has charms you can put on your gun, but they seem a little.
Did you guys see
small.
the video of the dude who lives like a psycho?
Yeah, I seen that.
Borderlands?
Yeah, I think that was all promotional.
On Facebook?
Yeah, I think
No.
it's all promotional.
What?
But yeah.
Is that a promotional thing? I was like, this can't be real.
Well,
like, this dude looks way too
yeah.
much like a fucking psycho.
Well, right when he
to
starts
really live his
talking-
life like a psycho.
When he started talking about how much all I eat is meat and rice cakes, and it shows his cabinets and all they are is rice cakes and fresh ground beef,
For breakfast?
Yeah.
He's like, I wake up and have a pretty normal day. For breakfast, I eat meat and rice cakes. For lunch, I eat meat and rice cakes. And for dinner,
You gotta tag me on
meat
this
and rice
Facebook
cakes.
video.
He's all ripped and shit. He's like, yeah, I spend about 2 hours a day working on my body to get the perfect look. And he's like painting
Wow.
himself to get the cel shaded look from Borderlands.
Is he a cosplay guy?
He looks like a cosplayer.
claims.
Yeah, supposedly that's what he was. Like he was like a financial manager or something, and then he quit his job to be a full-time psycho cosplayer from Borderlands.
Wow.
It's fucking hilarious, dude. Oh,
You
shit,
think we would have
I
seen
love
that in
video.
like, in Borderlands 2 also, it's convenient that it shows him standing there with
Yeah.
Borderlands 3 along the back wall and, and all that stuff.
You're right. It has to be a promotional thing. It can't be fucking. I was like,
Yeah.
this can't look real for like when I saw it, I was like, this is fucking real. It looks real, doesn't it? Because the way they're like interviewing him and shit. But he's like, yeah, I eat meat. And then he's like making a fucking Tinder profile or something like for dating.
Yeah. I
And
like
he's
meat.
like, you must like meat. I like meat. Do you like meat?
Let's meet up or something. Yeah.
Yeah, let's meet up. That's fucking hilarious, dude. Shit. Gotta give it up to Borderlands. They're pretty fucking funny, the shit they come up with. Anyways.
I think my gun in the
All
whole
right.
Borderlands theme. So I'm gonna get my inner Borderlands here. I'm gonna get a gun that shoots pee, and then when we pee, and all in the same spot, Kojima will pop out and become like a little character and run around.
That'll be an Easter egg.
Yeah.
That's an Easter egg
And
gun.
he'll go fight for you.
Kojima kicks everybody's ass.
Yeah, he comes out with a ladder, pulls a ladder out of his backpack, and starts spinning it
Smacks
around.
everybody. Really fast.
Then you climb the ladder up to another level. Yeah.
Badass. Alright, well.
All right. Our next question comes from Brian Toll. What's up, bro? Brian's got some new wheels. He wants to know, are you buying the Nintendo Fit Ring?
I've seen that. Have you seen the videos of
I
this?
started watching it.
The one video I saw, I don't know if it was fake or not, but it just showed a young guy just going ape on this thing, but it didn't look like he was holding a ring. It looked like he was doing something else, but what does it do?
They're working out, bro. Your thighs, the thigh muscle.
Yeah, you like
machines.
squeeze it and you push it down and you squeeze it together and it's supposed to control a character.
This is like kind of like we had the Wii with the Wii board or whatever it was
Yeah, except for a
called.
ring you hold in
You
your
can
hands.
hold it in your hands.
That was
and,
more
and
of
use
a-
it to like squeeze them together to work your arm muscles. Okay. And then, I'm watching the video right now. There's this chick. She's running, and then she's holding it, and she's squeezing it. Real weird. And now she's pushing it up against her stomach. And now she's leaning with it. I mean, this is fucking weird.
And I take it you can just track all your stuff on your.
Oh my.
Switch, huh?
My. What is she doing with this thing? Oh my god. The butt power? What is the fuck is going on right now? Jesus Christ.
What
This
version
is
of this
a Nin-
remote
this is
or controller did you
Do a
buy?
button punches
Nintendo
with it?
company? What is going on right now? What is this? Jesus Christ. The Ring Fit Adventure is the game that comes with it.
Huh.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Gunny. You gonna do the squats, Gunny? You gonna do the squats?
I can do
The
that.
squats and the squeezing the ring. Oh, yeah. This looks so lame. What the fuck, Nintendo? What the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah, don't come out with VR or anything and put Mario in VR. Let's make a ring.
It's innovative right here.
Fuck VR. We don't need to compete with VR at all. Fuck them. We make our own shit. And Nintendo Fit Ring.
I was hoping they'd just come out with, like, I don't know, put the music on there. I can run with my Switch.
Maybe
I
it's
can do
going to
that on my
become
phone.
Death Stranding will come to the Nintendo, and then you have to squeeze the ring together to fit it in your backpack.
Oh.
You're like, oh, I gotta squeeze it. You know, the more you can squeeze it, the smaller you can make it.
What is the Ring Kong? Everyone's on YouTube like, Ricky, what the fuck is this Ring Fit shit? I don't know, man. It's a fucking Nintendo thing, like a fucking... Oh, look at our fucking ring thing.
Well, remember back on the Wii, it was the board, and now they've got the ring. So why not?
The
Way to stay
board
fit,
was
gamers.
more cool than this fucking ring.
Yeah, I remember I had a board.
You're gonna
actually.
strap a joy.
Or I
Gunny,
want to say that my neighbor let me
you're
borrow
gonna strap
it.
a Joy-Con to your thigh, and then put another Joy-Con in your ring and use it to exercise.
You could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gunny, you go ahead and do that.
I think the wife would like this though.
Oh wow!
That way I can get into the Switch
What
again.
is she doing? What are you doing, people? What the fuck? Nintendo thought this was cool.
Well, they did think cardboard was cool too, so.
That's true.
Yeah, right.
Everyone's real sweaty in this
Some
video.
lava.
Like everyone's sweating their hands. Like, oh.
All right, stop watching those videos. Let's go on. Let's go on to the next question from John Jerome. He wants to know. I was
Oh, it was on
wondering.
Pornhub. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I wasn't on YouTube.
I know, like it led him over there. Like, geez, come back to us, Jesus.
Next question.
All right,
Oh, shit.
he's in La La Land over there, guys. John Jerome wants to know, wondering what your answers are to a topic from the Gaming Outsider podcast, which I did listen to this week. He wants to know, what is the first video game you remember beating?
Donkey Kong Country. Yeah.
Man, what was mine? I'm trying to think if it was, I believe it was Super Mario Brothers 1
Yeah, right there with you, Gunny.
on the
The regular
NES.
Super Mario Brothers.
Yep. Because I beat it so many times, it's still like fresh on my brain from like how many times me and my brother beat that, or we've beat it like different times. That and Zelda, original Zelda. But I believe it was yeah.
And that's only
Super
because
Mario
like
Bros.
the
number one.
Atari games just never ended. You know, them Atari games, they would just loop,
Yeah.
you know.
Because it was kind of my first real
like
console, yeah.
Mario was probably one of the first few games that actually had an ending that I can even remember. Like I can say back in the Atari, it was just
Yeah,
looped.
yeah, like an end
Or
boss.
the arcades,
Yeah,
you know, the games just looped, they kept going.
yeah, because I don't remember like if like Excite Bike, right? You just kind of finished a race, right? Which I like that
Yeah.
game.
That is a
lot.
good question. What the first game
so-
with an actual ending was? I want to maybe guess it was Mario.
Yep. That would be mine. Do you have one, Jesus?
Yeah, Donkey Kong Country.
That was it. Okay. All right. All right. Brian has another question, guys. Are we still planning on going to the HGP Area 51 raid? When is that coming up?
The 20th.
It's gotta be like-
days.
Damn, 6 days from now. I got to get
Let's
packed.
go, Gunny. We're taking the Jeep.
He wants to know what things I should pack and have in the Jeep to be well prepared for.
I mean, anything you pack, it's not going to matter. If we're going to die, we're going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you want
I
to
just
die
thought about
with?
bringing lots of water, so at least I can die hydrated.
Yeah, lots of water would be nice. We're in the middle of the desert. Yeah.
I don't want to die of dehydration.
You
I'd rather
see-
just...
You see on the news that the
Just
state
go
of
out.
Nevada declared a state of emergency, and then the fucking county again declared a state of emergency. So the county and the state both declared states of emergency. So now they have like cops from like all over the country going to fucking that area.
Yeah. Well, didn't they say there's like, what, 20 police officers for the
like
entire...
the entire county, which is like, because it's empty. Like,
Yeah.
if you've ever been out there, I've been out there a few times. And, you know, I drove through there once on my way to Oregon, drove there on the way back to Vegas one time, and then been out there in general because I lived in Vegas. We would go out to these ranches and shit and see horses and shit. But, like, out in the desert, there's nothing, dude. Fucking legit. There's, like, maybe one town with, like, one gas station, one little diner, one little, like, 2-floor little motel thing. And, like, that's it. That's the town. Welcome to our humble town there, sir. Mm-hmm. That's what it feels like. It feels like some Hills Have Eyes type shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. You know that's probably where they filmed
that's
it,
exactly where they fucking filmed it, probably.
That movie was freaky.
Yeah, some freaky shit.
But hey, one thing I know I got to take, Jesus, is... Because I looked at the map, like, just on Google Maps and just different ways you can kind of get to Area 51. Definitely a gas tank. Like an extra one I got to carry.
You don't want to get stranded out there, Gunny. No cell phone service.
No. You can get out there, but then you better make sure you have enough fuel.
Can you imagine being
to
stuck
get
out
back.
there in the middle of the night with no cell phone service and nothing? Just like your car.
Man, pitch black.
Pitch black because there's no lights.
And you hear rattlesnakes.
Rattlesnakes and coyotes.
Oh
and
my gosh. Yikes.
the donkeys. Donkeys will get you, Gunny.
What about
Those
aliens?
burros. Yeah, pretty sure there'll be some aliens out there too. And the Hills Have Eyes people that live out there.
Oh my
They'll
gosh.
get
Yeah,
you
those
too.
guys.
They'll get you too. You gotta be careful out there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have my plane tickets ready
All
to
right,
go.
we'll get ready.
I'll be flying out to you soon, Gunny.
Fucking Mayo.
I'm just gonna, if you don't mind though, I'm just gonna stay out there all winter because I'm starting to not like winter. So if you don't mind, just like I'll bunk with you for a little while, all right?
For Mayo,
Yeah, it doesn't
if
snow
Mayo
there,
was to
so-
go down to Gunny for winter, he would be like fucking sweating every day. He'd be like, "This is fucking hot as shit.
Oh no!
How do you live here,
Yeah.
Gunny? How do you live here?"
No, actually, I think he'd be okay where I live, but yeah, not down there. Like, that's a totally different microclimate.
I would just stick
in
out for a
itself.
little while. Like I remember one time we went to Florida during the winter, and we go down there, and it's like 60 degrees that day. And I'm out there in like shorts, t-shirt, like this is amazing. And everybody else is wearing sweatshirts and they're
Yeah.
cold, and you're like, this is so cold. I don't know how you can stand it. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You know?
This is fucking nothing. Yeah, I remember going to Vegas and like all my family, they were all wearing fucking hoodies. You're gonna get sick if you don't put on a jacket. I'm like, dude, it's like 50 degrees outside. What are you talking about? You're
Right?
gonna get sick? I'm not gonna get sick. This is perfect weather. Like, oh my god, you're gonna get sick. I'm like, what the fuck? They're like freaking out because I'm not wearing a sweater. I'm like, this shit's like 3 times as warm as it is in Oregon right now. It's all fucking snowing out there and shit. They're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Freaking the fuck out.
You got a Hawaiian shirt on.
Pretty
you know?
much had like shorts on, like a fucking t-shirt walking around. Like, this is fucking nice. But yeah, it's fucking weird.
Yeah. All right, our next one. Let's see. From Jonathan Nipron again. He wants to know, have you ever felt so bored that you don't want to play any games at all, but you want to play something? All these new games coming out this month, and I just want to sit there and stare at my monitor.
Yeah. That hits me like a lot, dude. It's kind of weird because, like, you know, I don't know about you, but I always say I have nothing to play, but I have a lot of things I could play.
Yeah, I'm right there
You
with
know,
you.
and it's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know. Cause I guess it's just having too much, man. I don't know what it is. Because as a kid, I remember I could play the same game over and over and over. Like, I could play GTA Vice City like 10 times over and over and over and like beat it 10 times. But I couldn't do that now. You couldn't get me to play like Grand Theft Auto
Right.
5 and beat it 10 times. Because I just can't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think.
It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, I think we got spoiled and we're programmed now anymore that we need another game. I need another game. I need another game. You know, back then we were.
You need the newest
I was
thing.
content. You know, back when I had my Nintendo, I don't know how many times I probably played
Yeah.
Mario Brothers, or how many times I probably played like the 3 or 4 games I owned on the Super Nintendo when it first came out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna play these games forever. You know, but.
And I remember back then, I didn't even own that many games. The only reason I got to play different games was because we would go to like Hollywood Video or Blockbuster and rent shit. we would go to my cousin's house. He owned all the consoles. Every console that came out, they would buy it for him. So we would just go over and stay the night there and play like the PS2 when it came out and the fucking Dreamcast and all that shit. And I remember just fucking him owning all the games, and I would just go play them there. But yeah, like, but I also remember just being able to rent everything and like actually only owning like 3 or 4, maybe at most 5 games. You know what I mean? And nowadays you got access. Oh, I have access to like hundreds of games, and I'm still like, I don't know what to play.
Right.
Speaking of, I think we have to set up our family sharing again. Jesus, I don't think you kind of lost my access to my games. I think.
Oh yeah, I remember last time. Yeah, I lost it. Yeah.
It does that. It'll periodically.
It's because of my Gears problems.
Yeah.
Mayo had me reset Windows.
Yeah.
I had you reset Windows. You said I'm going to nuke it and throw it out the window.
I was going to throw it out the window. I was getting pissed off at my PC, and I was going to throw it out the window, guys.
Hey, but I kind of looked at Johnny's question as something a little bit different where...
Ooh.
No, I guess maybe it could be like 2 different things where... Like, I remember that Steam sale. I bought 4 games. Not very popular games. It was something like Dark Quest 2 and just like very PC games that I've just kind of dabbled in. Nothing enough. Not much there to talk about like on the show. But I thought, oh man, I bought these 4 games. These are the 4 games that I want. I'm gonna play these because they've been in my wish list.
Best games ever.
Yeah, Shadows Awakening. This game looks really cool.
Yeah.
And you kind of get in there and you stare at them for a bit. You're like, all right, I don't want to play those.
That was me with PUBG on the PC. I was so hyped.
I'm gonna look at the trailer again.
I played it for a bit.
I own the fucking game and I'm staring at the trailer. What's up? Trying to get hyped for it or something. Trying to get my interest up to play it. Or the other thing too, like where it could be also, Johnny, where you like, hey, you work at a job and then things are happening, and whether it was an 8-hour day or
it also depends on
11-hour day, right? Yeah. And then you come home and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go.
There's been a few days
just kind of get it all off my chest, and you just kind of like
you just don't want to.
You just don't want a game. You're just like, well, maybe I want to watch a movie instead. I don't want a game.
Like almost for me, that's like every Monday for me. Like I try to game on Mondays because I get home, I got 5 something, right? I'm like all day I'm sitting there thinking like, fuck, I'm gonna go home and play like Star Wars. I want to play fucking Battlefield. I want to play some PC, some PUBG or some. And then I get home and I'm like, I don't want to turn on the PC. I just want to like lay here and how about we turn on Netflix and watch some shit?
Yeah, because there are days where you just want to take it all in, right? As far as like absorb something from, like you said, a Netflix, an Amazon, a Hulu thing. You don't want to put too much thought into nothing. Yeah. Where I'm opposite of you, Jesus. Where Monday I'm off on Monday, so I'm doing my my chores, and then I'm coming back and boom, like I'm immediately just gaming on just games I have on Steam or on Xbox.
Yeah, then too,
trying to get as much in as possible.
I also get the times where I feel like I get kind of overwhelmed, and then there's like in the situation now, I have Borderlands 3 and Gears 5, and I sit down and it's like, which one do I want to play? And I'm like, do I really want to play Gears 5 right now, or do I really want to play Borderlands 3 right now? And then I'll fire one up, and I'm like, okay. Now I want to play Gears 5, and change my mind shortly after I start playing 1. And then I'll be like, okay, well, now what do I want to do? I was all excited about playing both these 2 games.
Yeah.
Now I played them for each like a half hour, 45 minutes, and now I'm like, all right, now what? I'm kind of bored,
Right. Yeah. There's only 300 games sitting on my list here. So, all right. Our last question here, I think it might be our last one, but it comes from Jeff Rittenor. He wants to know if we're really excited for this Tropico coming to iOS. Tropico's coming to iOS? Is it 6 or 5?
What the fuck? Tropico's coming to iOS? Is there like a special mode?
Yeah,
is this
apparently.
An Apple game.
I gotta look at my Apple Store. Okay, so also, if you could have any game come to mobile, what would it be? What game would we have on mobile that's not already there? How about a Destiny 2?
No.
I don't know.
It's so hard to play any kind of game on mobile.
I feel like I could play that at work, or between on breaks, something to that effect. So.
Yeah. I don't know.
I would do that. I would do a Destiny 2.
I just don't get excited about mobile games. I mean, I don't know. It's just something about don't draw me in.
Me
call
neither.
Me in.
So, I mean, besides...
I just associate...
Yeah.
I guess
like
I
a Gears
associate it
thing.
with, pay to win, loot crate. Maybe they can break that barrier. Or not every game that I pick up. Buy gems. You see it in every game. Hey, you want to buy these crystals, or do you want to buy these gems, or do you want to buy these rubies, or, or there's 4 different kinds of currency, and you need this really good currency, and the only way you can get that currency is by paying money to the Apple Store or the, Google Play Store. So usually when I see any of that stuff, I usually just kind of quit playing the game, because I know definitely I'm not going to feed it money, and I'm not going to sit there and put that many hours into a mobile game to sit there and want to progress in it, I guess, so like, even like Gears Pop, I'll play Gears Pop when I get some time here and there, but I definitely will not spend any money on it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's all we have for questions. I think just go back here and check the Facebook, see if we got anything else on here, but let's see. Anybody else? Oh, maybe here.
I will check Discord while you're checking that.
Yeah. I think I got all the questions from the community. Other than Sean, I am Fuller just being silly, not even asking questions. That's just a him and Jesus thing that's going on there.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Oh, you know what? Jonathan Hall wants to know, Jesus. This might be more inside than anything. He wants to know, why did you kill JD? When did you kill JD?
No.
Oh, is he talking about spoilery stuff?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yep.
No. Cannot answer that.
Edit. You guys, turn the show off if you don't want to hear. Quit listening. No. Spoilers.
Well, wait, I don't want to hear it either.
What the fuck you mean? You're the one that read it. What the fuck are you talking about?
I didn't even think about it till I actually was just scrolling down. But.
Anyways, yeah. We're good.
Yeah, thanks a lot, John.
Yeah,
Ruin
thanks
it for
a lot, John.
Punk.
Typical Jonathan, ruining everything for everyone.
You're not going to be invited to my next gaming session. Fine.
Anyways, people, you can follow us on Discord. There's a Discord link in our show notes. There's also a Discord link in our Facebook group. So also join our Facebook group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community, which there's a link to that in our Facebook page, Horrible Gamers Podcast. If you find our page, there's a link to our show. You can find our show at www.horriblegamers.com, and in there's a link to my Mixer where you can watch me stream live, and in my Mixer there's a link to donate money to me, and there's a link for Patreon. There's a link for everything. There's links for everything. There's links on links on links.
Check the links.
You got links on links on links, motherfucker. What's up now?
You like clicking? We got links.
We got all the links. All the links. Yeah. And hopefully this week's audio is a little bit better than last week's. We understand that last week we had some clicking issues or something, some cutting out or some shit.
Yeah, kind of unlevel too.
Well, not only that, but the levels were kind of, I was really loud, so hopefully I'm not very loud for you guys.
Well, we're going to do a different way of editing the show this week, so it's going to be a lot longer for me to edit. A lot longer.
We got different ways of recording as we speak.
But hopefully it's better. Yeah, we got like legit people. We're not even kidding. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4.
We have 6 different recorders going.
Yeah.
We're going to see which one's the best one for the audio quality. So, wish us luck. And this is not even all the ones we wanted to try. The one we actually wanted to try this week didn't work out. And Maybe next week it'll work out. I don't fucking know. Anyways, I'm out of here. My gamer tag is Jesus Walks Loud. You can add me now on Activision at the Call of Duty thing. Add me as Jesus Walks Loud on callofduty.com. And add me on PlayStation Network, GSUS Walks Loud. Add me on Xbox, Jesus Walks Loud. Add me on Steam, Jesus Walks Loud. On the Epic Launcher, Jesus Walks Loud. And I want to play some Gears multiplayer. Like, that multiplayer is actually pretty fun. I'm not good at it, but I'm better than Jonathan. Oh, shots
That's
fired.
for sure.
You heard Jonathan talking all this shit on... He's still trying to defend
Yeah.
himself on GFNG with Eric.
I wasn't feeling very well that day.
I wasn't feeling well that day.
The moon wasn't
Oh,
quite
I thought the sun
full
was
that
in his
night
eyes.
either.
No.
Yeah. The sun was not aligned with my star symbol, and
I had some bad sake. It gave me a stomach
my
ache.
chakra was a little off that day. I didn't use my healing stone that morning, and I didn't have my egg whites.
I got a hold of some really bad
Fuck
weed,
you,
man.
Jonathan, you motherfucker. You lost fair and square. It wasn't
Liar.
no you fucking bullshit fucking whatever superstitious shit you're over there claiming that happened. Next thing you know, he's going to be saying that I fucking did some voodoo on him or something. Jesus did some voodoo on me. I should have won, but Jesus did some voodoo shit on me. Motherfucker, you.
That was fair and square
That was
win.
a fucking kicking your ass win, fucking Jonathan. And fuck you too, Alan. Just for fuck you.
Yeah, calling him a cheater.
Yeah. You're a fucking cheater. You fucking suck at FIFA. Cheater at FIFA. Call yourself the FIFA king. Fake.
Takes advantage of those.
Yeah.
All those
Fucking
cheats
hacker.
and exploits. Yeah, he's got them all Googled and set in place. And what are your
Yeah.
scores up?
And fuck you too, Eric. You want to go on their show, but you never want to join us for fucking... Oh, maybe I'll join my old crew at Horrible Gamers to podcast with them. Oh, no, he wants to go join them instead.
Hey, but he did join our horde.
And actually, it just
so that
depends.
was
I did
cool.
reach out to him, and we were talking about getting on, but it was actually too late. We couldn't actually get together, so...
Oh, you're defending him? Man, you're not supposed to defend them on the show. What are you doing? We're supposed to be talking shit right now.
He wants to take us all in verses.
I was thinking at the time.
All I'm saying is,
He wants all four of
if
us
he
versus
wants
him.
to, if he said, wasn't it? He said he was like, pick your partner, Jesus, and didn't like Jonathan pick Eric, right?
Yeah.
All right, so if Eric
Yes.
is your partner, there, Jonathan, I pick Gabriel Olea. Gabe
Ooh.
Olea, that motherfucker is a beast at Gears. There was a point in time where 5 people went against him. It was a 5-on-1 match, and he still won. So yeah,
You sound like Desperado
Good luck.
stories.
Yeah, this is like some. There was a one time he took out
5 men.
50 with the one revolver.
He's gonna have a John Wick skin in the game.
The Eric Smith and Gabriel Chronicles of the fucking Gears West. Yeah, West of Gears. Yeah, we should write a book about that. It would be a pretty good fucking book, I think. It'd be fun.
Hell yeah.
There you go, Eric. I made you $1 million. I just expect $250,000 for ideas, and that's it. You can use my ideas and Mayo's ideas. Mayo, you get a half of my $250,000.
Okay, I guess that's fair enough.
Coming up with that
I'll take
idea.
it.
Gunny, you get nothing.
Nothing.
Because you
What?
didn't say anything. You got to say something to claim credit in this idea. You didn't say anything, so you get nothing. We're voting you
Damn
out.
I was hoping I'd be your partner, but no.
Eric Smith, get to writing the book. You
I
got
suck.
a bunch of time left. You got a baby on the way. You're going to have all the time in the world to write a book. Anyways, where can we find you, Senor Gunny?
See, you can go over and find me on the Xbox. Add me on there. Gamertag Gunny Chief. Over on Steam, Gunny Chief. On the Epic Store, Gunny
Ooh,
Chief.
My.
That's right. I'm on there. Yeah, I believe I'm Gunny Chief. On that Uplay app where I'm playing Uplay Plus games. come play some Siege with me.
You playing Siege?
You know, I tried it out.
How bad did you die?
Mouse and
How bad did you
keyboard.
die?
So I just played against the bots on easy.
Did the bots
just to
tell you to
kinda
uninstall?
Because I'm like, I've never
bots
played
send
with
him-
mouse and
they send him a
keyboard
message.
on Siege. I played in baby mode just to kind of see how. There's a lot of controls and buttons to use in that
all the
game.
bots messaged Gunny. Even his own teammate bots messaged him. Hashtag uninstall.
Uninstall. I was like, wait a minute, this friggin' bot just told me to uninstall.
Shit.
What the hell?
Uplay Plus has started uninstalling itself. Just
It
fuck
cancels.
you, Gunny, we're gonna
It cancels
uninstall
the
this for you.
Oh,
subscription.
it's uninstall and install. That's bad.
Dude, this bad. I think
that's
we're
really
gonna
sad.
uninstall it for you, Gunny. Oh, shit, that's funny. Maybe yeah.
Just kind of had that finger up, like, don't even try it again.
I should download it and check it out. I'm excited. I want to see like how much like that one game, Assassin's Creed Rogue. I never played that because that came out on the 360. But that was back when.
I always thought, yeah, I want to. Right, that was an exclusive to 360.
And I didn't have one at the time, so yeah,
Yeah.
I moved on already. So I wonder how good
Like,
it
I hear
is.
it's a shorter game,
I
but it's
actually had
good.
that one for quite a while on my
So-
Uplay account. Like I got it through like a humble bundle, and it was only when I had my ultra wide monitor, and it wouldn't play in the ultra wide. It like messed up the FOV, and it had
fuck.
nothing but issues. And I never went
Yeah.
back to it. And now I have the 16:9. I'd be able to play it, but I just never have the time or the desire to go back into it.
Yeah, it's kind of passed you up, you know. But hey, but in all honesty, playing in mouse and keyboard, like I noticed my aim was way better than, like, you know, with an Xbox One controller. You know, because I was like I was dead on with a good shot, but just kind of learning the controls and like how to get the, like what button is grenade and everything else was just something else I need to learn. But I was able to get the hostage out and increase the difficulty just on my own. Well, I wanted to do that before trying to jump into a match and,
Sucking.
you know. Yeah, so I was just doing the situations. Just played it for like an hour. But anyway, yeah, add me on there. Add me on the PlayStation, HGP space Gunny. And on Twitter, Gunny Chief.
Doug Gunny Chew.
What about you,
Yeah,
Mayo? Where do we
You're
find
gonna find
you?
me,
On
you
your
know,
launchers?
on Steam, Uplay, Epic Store. What other launchers do we have? Origin, as you know, is the Mayo one. You can find me on Xbox as the Mayo one, and then you're gonna find me on Discord occasionally. I'm not on Discord very often, but you might find me as the
No.
Mayo on Discord occasionally. I pop up
Oh,
from time to time.
whoa.
Mayo Help Desk.
The Mayo. Just join our Discord. You'll see him in there.
Yeah, I might be on.
Yeah, click ad.
Don't have to search for him. He's not that cool. Just join our Discord.
Click hashtag Mayo PC Help.
Hashtag fuck the Mayo with this bullshit epic fucking store dirtiness.
Sorry.
Send the Mayo hate mail. Say that you hate him for going to the Epic Store.
You know, we didn't talk about Epic's free game this month.
What
did
is
we?
Epic's free game?
this month?
I
you
don't
even
know.
the free game. What are you talking about then, Gunny?
You got me on the spot now.
You're
I
the
don't
one.
remember.
You're the one who brought this
I
I
didn't
see
shit.
even
my
click
son
on
claim
it,
it. I
dude.
didn't claim it. I thought it was some kind of horror game, actually. Which would probably be right, because it's going to be that time of year.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it started
Right
with the
around
C.
corner there,
Yeah.
so. The C.
It was
It's
on
downloading
Steam.
an
I can
update.
check for you.
Anyway, guys, Jesus, what does Gidget say?
Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll see you on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Next week is show number 275. That's right. Do you know how to count? Because I do. Do you know how to count, Gunny?
I do. I know numbers.
I know numbers. Man knows numbers.
Yeah. Sorry, I was distracted by looking at the Epic stuff.
Yeah. See, he knows. Anyways, peace out, people. We'll see you next week. So
Good
this is the
night.
Horrible Gamers podcast. Goodbye. Good
Good night.
Have a good morning. Enjoy your commute, folks.